Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I am your host here, Chantele Francis. Here with my lovely co-host, we have...
Brazil.
Hello, Brazil. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm having a date with my best friend, and we are going to be, for her birthday, we both love, we love murder mysteries, we love solving things, we love escape rooms. And so there was this game called How to Catch a Murder or Catch a Murderer, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called. And so you just get all these different clues and you got to solve the murder mystery. And so we're going to be doing that tomorrow with some wine and some food. So I'm excited about that. But
fun.
If this is your first time on Reality, can I even say my name right? If this is your first time on Reality Realness, well then welcome. Please make sure you subscribe right down over there in that corner. We are all about reality TV and all the gossip that goes along with it. And we are on our mission to get to 1,000 subscribers by October 18th. And we are definitely on our way. I think we might even be at 200 now. So we've definitely gone up 100 subscribers since we started covering Love Island, which is pretty awesome. So we are thankful for all of you guys, especially all of you guys that hang out in the chat with us. So that means Divine Me. Hello, Divine. Yes, nice to see you again. I'm nervous to talk to you about this episode, not gonna lie. Hi, Jaquan.
Hey, Jaquan.
Hi, Big Red. Greg,
Hey.
yes, I know. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you usually what you could do is have it come to you. I think like every week or every month, you'll get like a new part of a new set of clues, and so it would be like an ongoing thing. And then after say 6 months or whatever it is, you'd have enough clues to solve the mystery. But I purchased a completed set, so we have all the clues that we would have ever been receiving. And so it has things like a bag, like a shopping, one of those shopping bags in there, and inside it has like a menu, and there's like a baseball cap, and like so there's all these clues and like these letters.
Cool.
And so we don't know, there's nothing, like we don't know anything. So
Yay,
basically we're gonna solve a mystery tonight or tomorrow night, hopefully.
Love
if we
it.
get through it. But we might end up chatting though, which is another thing. Hi, Sarah. I think you're new here, so nice to meet you. Hello, hello. Oh, no, I don't know what that emoji says to me, but it's probably like the middle fingers or something. Hi, Sierra. How are you?
Hi, Sierra.
Anna. Okay, Anna, I know. I mean, it's going to be mixed feelings, but I have some thoughts that you may not be that excited about. Should I just not tune in? No, Anna, always tune in. We are just talking about our perspectives. Everybody has their own views, and that's what makes chatting about these shows so fun, is because people have a different lens that they're seeing things through. And so I value your opinion, and hopefully that you still want to stick around and listen to mine. Divine says, it's okay to talk to me, Chantele. I'm a forgiving person. Hi, Brazil. How'd you enjoy last night's episode?
I'm dead.
Realist, hello. So I'm here on time. Well, we started a little bit late because I knew some people were saying that, they had school, class, or work and stuff like that. So 2:30-ish was a little bit better. So we still try to get on for 2, but like we don't mind if it kind of leaks over to 2:30 if things come up. So between 2 and 4 for sure, but between 2 and 2:30 most likely. And it's official that Johnny is a fraud. Oh my God, just thought I'd start that way today. Realist. Oh my gosh, so much. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Anna, I'm easily triggered when it comes to J-Lib. I love J-Lib. I want them to be in a marriage. Okay, there you go.
She caved, y'all. She caved.
So the host or the narrator was on point today, I thought. He kind of started off with like the guys, so they were all doing, they'll dress up as waiters for the Johnny proposal. And he's like, oh, there's major bonding, James bonding. And they're all like kind of stealth moves. I was like, okay, that's a cute way to start this going, narrator. And so he had all the guys standing in different parts of the of the villa with different notes. So the first person that she went to, so this is Sally. Sally was talking to Justine beforehand, and she was kind of like giving her a little bit of a pep talk. It was actually very cute, I thought. And she goes out to, who was first? It was Calvin. Why is Calvin first?
Why was that clue a clue?
Hold on. Sarah says, I can't believe people are eating up with Johnny's Sally. We're not eating it up. We want Sally to be happy. That's what we're buying. We're buying Sally being happy in this moment. And we're also hoping that Sally realizes he's playing a game and she started playing the game as well. And that maybe at the end she will choose the money. That's what my hope is on right now. Because I don't know. I was thinking about it. With all the, like, because Johnny has a lot of Instagram followers and Sally has the most out of all the girls anyway. So she probably has like, I don't know, 60,000 or so now, and he has over 200. And so I'm just wondering if their fans will be supporting them, and they have a lot more fans than J-Lo. And so I don't know if, like, numbers wise, if they are going to be able to match them, even if the viewers, like, a lot of them are really supporting J-Lo. I think that that might also be come into effect here as well. Just saying.
How many times can we vote? Just one?
Probably. Arila says, Jaquan, I have never seen it for him. Well, Jaquan has really, he's still, oh, wait, did I miss one? Realize he's not a fraud. He got help from the producers, but most likely the words was his. That's what I wanted to actually ask you about, Brazil. Do you think that he wrote these little notes? Like, some of them were done quite well. But then I was like, why are you reading this, boy? It should be coming from your heart.
It's hard to say because, I mean, I feel like I could come up with a rhyme like that if given enough hours to do so. I don't know. I don't know if it was his. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. Like, I feel like the only help he really got from the producers were the fake flowers and maybe some extra towels and rose petals. But I don't know. But I want to know why in the world would one of the clues be the underwear that she sent him to Casa Amor with?
Maybe because it had her perfume on it.
But, like, why put anything Casa Amor related?
Now, I think, though, the ones that, I don't know if those were the same ones. So I feel like I could have sworn weren't they pink?
Mm-mm.
Or like this color, like purple, like my thing?
Mm-mm.
No?
They were that color.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't remember. I do remember the panties, but I didn't remember the color.
So unless there was something that happened, like, prior to Casa Amor, and that's why she sent those ones specifically, like, maybe he was, like, obsessed with them, and that's why she sent them. I was like, why do that? Why?
I also agreed that I was like, it did make me think of Casa Amor. No matter what, that triggered me to think Casa Amor. So I would think that would trigger her to think Casa Amor. But also we had a visual seeing him like pick it up and like seeing the panties. So I can see how she might not have that same connection of them being Casa Amor panties. You know what I mean? Like, it was different for the audience. But it did cross my mind for sure for these panty tokens. But did they show any other panty tokens? I don't remember seeing any more. Okay, I didn't see them. So they had to go to the place where they first locked lips. Actually, no, I have a question though. So did you watch the whole proposal that I'm talking about? That from Shanice and Luke?
I read the article. I didn't watch a video.
Okay, I'm just gonna play it here. Hold on. Did I still have it going? I just want you to tell me if you think. Okay, that's thinger. It's 5 minutes long though. So guys, I'm just gonna play the most recent Love Island UK's proposal and ask you whether or not you think that Johnny stole this idea.
Is it a proposal or to ask to be a girlfriend?
Well, girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
You can see this, Brazil?
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
It's very quiet. Maybe because your headphones are in.
And so sleek. To find your prince, you must crest to the peak.
Your first clue lies at the Dragon's Den, where you will be asked a question about your prince.
Oh my god.
Come
What's
on.
going on? I'm literally shaking. What's going on?
Come in, babe.
Oh my god. What's going on? I'm literally shaking.
Let's go.
What's going on?
Let's go.
What's going on? What is going on?
Hello, beautiful princess.
Princess.
The journey to love can confuse and cause stress, but on your first date with Luke Squared, you were joined by...
I was joined by Jeff.
Yeah!
And you.
And me, but yeah.
Yes.
Now off you trot onto the terrace, where your next clue will guide your journey.
Let's go.
Oh my god. What's going on?
Ready? Let's go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What I want, you got, might be hard to handle. Flame candle feeds the flame.
I shared not your first but your second kiss in this spot that I lay. Answer this correctly to get past the giant in the way. Oh my gosh! Your looks draw attention, with that comes some shapes. So who were the two ex-islanders in your triangle phase? Rebecca?
Who's Rebecca with?
Wallace? Oh my gosh, yeah, it makes sense. It's because I'm so nervous, I can't think straight. I'm so sorry.
Rebecca and Wallace. Of course, this is correct. Now head to the top of the summit. The next clue you shall collect.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is too much for me. I'm not even joking. She's on the move again. She's on the move. She's crying.
Welcome to the summit. Here lies your final clue. But make sure you stay focused. It won't be easy for you. We beat you in the challenges, and for that you may resent. But in which of the challenges did you and your prince present?
The sex positions.
Congrats, dear princess. The quest you have conquered. Head over to the beds of the palace where you and your prince may move onwards.
Oh my god, I'm literally not ready for this.
I've been waiting, I'm waiting.
Oh my god.
Join your prince.
Oh my god, what is going on? Oh my god. Look at your face.
Sit down.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Wow, it's being so fast.
Are you nervous?
Huh?
Joker. Obviously, you've been a big part of my journey in the villa. And I want to show my intent outside the villa. So I want to ask you if you want to be my girlfriend.
QAF.
So a lot of people have been saying that this was a better proposal than the one that Johnny did, and that he was copying them. And so, what do you think, comparative-wise? And you know, do you believe it? Like, what do you think about? Just what do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
I mean, I think we definitely ripped it off from somewhere. It wasn't exactly the same because she had to figure out relationship questions about them. And the other one was kind of like, well, were they all about them? I didn't watch the season, so I'm not sure.
So that's what I believe that it's been in the other seasons. It's not the first time I've seen a proposal. Was that one? They did it. I'm sure. Did Elizabeth and Al and
Zach? I think
Zach?
they did. He did something similar. I'm pretty sure.
They usually at least one couple does that, and another couple did it on that particular season. So it is a thing. But, Karyn did say yesterday that a grand gesture needed to be happening for Johnny to maybe start winning some favor maybe back. But I don't know about the people in the chat. Don't think so. Jaquan says, okay, yeah, you got help from the producers. I said that. I can't believe people are eating this up. No, we're not necessarily eating it up. We just want it for we want it for Sully. Even though Anna was saying that she's not happy with Sully this episode. There was one questionable thing that she did this episode for sure.
There's two.
Maybe those two. I don't remember one right now. Jaquan says, Team J-Lo fans are so selfish. They got the screen time they wanted and they still can't be happy. Jesus.
Oh, Jaquan. Oh, my God. People are going to come for Jaquan.
And Anna says, controversial, but Sully rubbed me the wrong way last night, and I've been Team Sully the whole time. Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about her actions tonight. I want to talk it out because I'm not sure how I feel about it or not. Sarah says that she just knows that Caleb helped. I'm like, probably. Caleb is smart. He is very level-headed. He likes talking. Like, he's creative. Sorry, what?
Witty,
exactly. So I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb helped or just like maybe bounce some ideas off each other. Realist says, oh, Anna, you're getting to the mess early. Oh, jeez. Mary says, me too, Anna. The shade. Yeah, okay. That's exactly where I was like, interesting. The shade to Laura was insensitive, and she seems to be bringing a little.
Mm-hmm.
Bragging a little. Yeah, I did feel that a little bit. We'll talk about it more, though, at that when we get there. I bet if Caleb would have did that for Justine, it would not have been a problem. Wow. I think the problem, Jaquan, though, is that people are not feeling that J-Lub is getting the screen time that they deserve to show their relationship getting a little bit deeper, and they don't trust that Johnny's not in there playing a game, and so they feel as though the producers want to push a narrative of some sort, and so that's why they're giving Johnny the tools to be able to have this grand gesture, and they may not be sure that they would even give Justine and Caleb that opportunity to do the like I want to be your girlfriend scenario. I don't think that they would allow that to happen. So like not on a grand scale, like it could be maybe in a private moment or whatnot. And maybe it is even happened and we just haven't seen it. You know what I mean? We don't know that either. So that's why Jaquan, I think. And it says, I want to like Johnny, but it's just not giving. I mean, one thing I like about Johnny, Anna, is like, I just like wanting to kiss him. Like, I really do. And it could be because he's a cheater and maybe that's like the gene that I seem to like. I don't know. But he kisses pretty good. Right, Brazil? Are you going to agree with me here?
Yeah, I mean, he does seem like a great kisser. My roommate, who's never watched the show before last night, I made her watch it with me. And the first thing she said was, he just seems like he's a good kisser. So he's got that vibe for sure.
And those lips, though, he has like very kissable lips.
So did Aaron, but where is he?
So did Aaron. I have to show you something. This guy, I'm not really friends with him. He's like an ex-boyfriend of a friend of mine from years ago. His name is Dominic Frico, and he kind of looks like Aaron. He's a singer, and he's like, his voice is like amazing. He's kind of like a, what's that guy? Your Body is Wonderland. What's his name again?
John Mayer.
Kind of like that kind of vibe with his music, and he's like super cute. He has those lips as well. I'm gonna show you him. They look the same.
It's those lips for me.
It's those lips for me. Yes. I mean, I still have only seen that when you sent me those videos, so I get it. That's the trend, but like I have never seen it before.
You're dead. Just he's making it more of a trend.
But like that does not come up on my For You page at all. So funny. Like I want to get like tarot card readings and like action stuff and like dance videos, but that's all I hashtag. So makes sense. Sarah says Luke's was more creative, but I know Johnny did his research. He had his whole strategy. Well, okay, that's another question. Do you think that he was able to see all these old episodes of Love Island? Because, I'm
sure he's watched them prior to coming in.
You think? I just don't know if they know that. Like, do Americans watch it?
Yeah, my roommate watches all the UK ones.
I don't know, but guys?
Yeah, I'm sure. Guys that go on these shows, yes.
You think?
Yeah. In America, yeah. Come on.
Like before Love Island, he was what? Do you think Johnny was watching? Like before Love Island US won, you think Johnny was watching the UK?
Maybe if his ex-girlfriend was.
Maybe his ex-girlfriend was. That is a good point, Brazil. Okay, fine, sold. Divine says to Jaquan, stop. Jaleb fans are very reasonable and understanding. LOL. I don't know if you guys are reasonable, but you're definitely very passionate about your cause.
Passionate's the right word.
Divine says, y'all like a pack of wolves. I know it's just me and you, Jaquan. Just me and you. She says you, Jaquan. Anna.
Mm-hmm. Jaquan's getting eaten alive.
Hi, Deja. Luke and Shanice seemed way more genuine. Yeah, it did seem way more genuine. But the interesting part, though, is that if you want to draw a parallel, is that they didn't win the show.
Oh, really?
Spoiler alert. They didn't. But I can't remember if the winners are still together. But they're still together. They do TikToks together. Like, they live together now. And so they actually did make a connection. So maybe if it's parallel, we'll see that trend happen with Johnny and Selly move in together. You want that to happen?
Oh, no, I was just saying parallel trend, they don't win, and then J-Lo wins.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised. But the couple that did win were two blondes. So that's the other thing. And it says, honestly, Johnny's would have been great because there's so much you can do in the villa, but it's him. He's the problem. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying before is that, you know, it's just like what he did was very sweet. And from Selly's perspective, like, I think that it is really sweet and it does come across genuine because she's not seeing everything that we're seeing. So I could definitely being swept away in those actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Until you see it.
Which would be maybe when some dissension might happen in the relationship. So the second person she goes to is Bennett. He said his whole little poem, and they talk about where painting her nails was just absolute bliss, and so she had to figure out where to go, and we know where that was. It was in the bedroom, and then Carrington was in there with his like mime act and like
so ridiculous.
Like
where your relationship will soar. I was cracking up though. Like he was the only one that like completely did it without looking at the phone. So I was like, okay, props to Carrington.
Carrington's like auditioning for like an acting show now. Moving to LA, gonna become an actor or maybe a mime.
Yeah, he can actually be a city boy.
He's not. He still doesn't even have a city boy vibe. Like he'd be eaten alive by people that like actually had some like energy. You know what I mean? Like he thinks that he's like a big man, but like he's a small fry, man. He's nothing. Like send him into New York City. Like you're a city boy, you would not be able to handle New York. Come on. Anyways, Utah. I mean, I've never been to Utah, and if you're from Utah, maybe it's a very city, and I get it, maybe the comparison with Alabama and Utah might be more city living, we'll say, more concrete than, you know, country, but it just, from my knowledge of Utah, that it would be considered city, like I would consider city. But I'm sure you guys are all lovely people.
Disclaimer.
So he goes back to Calvin to where understanding was found, and Johnny's watching through the bushes and everybody's watching through the windows, but I thought it was cute. I like that. They were all like supporting what was going down.
I was dead when Kirsten was like, this isn't what Johnny wanted.
Wait, what?
When Kirsten yelled, she's like, this isn't what Johnny wanted. Because they were like trying to go outside early or something, and she just like threw a fit, and I was cracking up.
It was cute though. Like I would probably be that person too. Like, well, guys, this is not what he wanted to do.
It was so funny.
Not playing by the rules. So yeah, Johnny's watching through the bushes, goes up to Caleb, And it seemed like he did do a lot of planning, like regardless of whether or not he got help by the producers, help by Caleb or whatnot. Like, and this is a lot of work to put on an act. You know what I mean? Like, so yes, I do feel like maybe some of his intentions have been just disingenuous. Yes, I feel like he went to Casa Amor and he wasn't fully honest with what he did. And I would never personally done what he did over there, but he did do that. But this is still a lot of work to do for somebody. Like, it's just, I don't know. That's one thing that makes me wary of him, people when they say like, oh, he's playing a game, like he's just doing that for the fans, whatever. Like, maybe he is, but it's just so much work to do. Like, do you think he's just doing it all for clout?
I think he's doing it to win, not necessarily like to get famous from it. I don't think he really cares about that. I think he wants the money, honey.
It's just so much work. I mean, I would not do that.
No one else is doing it though, so he's kind of like, I'll do it then.
Or maybe the producers only will let him do it because they're trying to change his narrative.
That's the other problem.
It's possible. Or like if anybody else does it, he wanted them to do it first. The producers maybe get them to do it first, so they set the precedent of these actions. I love though when Caleb gives Sully a hug and they're both like, I love you. Like, I'm gonna cry. Like, I want Caleb and Sully and Johnny just to be friends outside the house, like, because Johnny and Caleb do get along pretty well, and like Caleb does give Johnny some really good advice, and
he calls him out.
Exactly, calls him out. He teases
holds him accountable.
And so I really hope that moving forward, maybe they can all like go out in foursomes and like, because like I do feel like they all made a pretty good friendship.
Yeah, I think they will. I mean, I think they're kind of the angels on both of their shoulders.
But with Johnny being such like having his whole cheating thing, well, not fully cheating, but like his Casa Amor experience being so polarizing with the audience that I can't imagine him sliding into many girls' DMs without them being ready to post that on social media. They're just like, oh, so excited. They're gonna slide into his DMs and they're gonna have some sexy message talk and then they're gonna post it. So, I mean, I would think that he's going to have to be very careful if he wants to be a cheater in the real world. I think people are going to hold him accountable. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's had people coming for him since his ex-girlfriend started, so.
So finally he goes down to Johnny and there's a big heart, I guess it was in towels on the ground, and he's holding some fake flowers, which is cute. I thought it was still cute. He's just using what he has, guys. Just using what he got.
And I think that the reason why the flowers are fake is because COVID. Because even at my hospital, we don't allow flowers to come in from the outside to any patients. So
interesting. Do they think that flowers hold the virus?
Any surface can hold the virus for 2 weeks, supposedly.
Oh, it's 2 weeks. Okay, I was thinking it was less than that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Jaquan says people are saying Johnny needs to do a grand gesture, and then when he does one, he still gets backlash. Anything he probably would have done just wouldn't work in people's eyes. Go.
I think it's because Jaleb's not getting the fair amount of screen time. I think if we saw Jaleb's Hideaway and we saw what people are saying that we're not seeing, I don't think this would be as big of an issue. Because back then when we were saying Johnny needs to do a grand gesture, Caleb still hadn't walked in single for Justine. So it's a different narrative now, I believe.
Realist says the grand gesture we wanted was for him to leave the show. Realist, you cold. And I never thought that Johnny should do anything. LOL. Sully deserves better. I do think Sully deserves better. I think she's making the right choice for herself in the moment. She hasn't seen all the footage and all the, like everything that's going on to make the right decision. When her family, she talks to them, she's going to hear from them, their perspective, and she's going to maybe change her mind, or he's going to have even more work to do if he wants to maintain something with her. I do think that it was best for her to explore this relationship. Like, she's on the show for a relationship show to potentially find a partner. And at this point, with her saying yes, she is able to find the boyfriend that she's looking for. And, you know, maybe it's against her better judgment, or she wouldn't make this decision outside of the villa. But I think I support her for now with her decision that she's made with the information that she has.
I'm calling it now. I think when they do the family Zoom, which I'm pretty sure they'll do, that's going to be a cliffhanger episode. Regarding like Johnny, the brothers and the parents possibly talking to Johnny, like they're going to show something not very positive, and then it's going to cut, and then we're going to have like the recap, and then we'll have to wait till Sunday. But
or her family's really plussed about him and likes him a lot. Maybe
would your family like a boy?
No, I know, but maybe they're trying to help their kid friggin' win the money.
Maybe.
I'm not saying. I'm just putting the option out there. I'm assuming that they would be truthful in that moment, but I would also not be surprised if they just wanted it to, like,
if they had it pre-planned out.
Just be happy with whoever I choose, and if I want to break up with them later, I will. Maybe,
yeah. I just could never convince my dad of that, but.
I mean, I'd be able to read my mom's face.
My dad would be in Vegas banging on the villa, like, get the fuck out.
RC, hi, nice to meet you. So also Caleb doesn't seem like the type to copy previous seasons. Fair, but every season has done something like that. So whether it's been like a poem or walk around from here to here, like it's been getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger every season, but it's been happening. The grand gesture to be the girlfriend. Usually the guys are getting super excited about it, like, oh my God, like I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna ask her, like, will you help me out? And like they plan something, or they put like, you know, I love you in heart and in roses on like the ground, and have her look out the window or over the balcony, you know, and sees like I love you kind of thing. So they've always done something to have this grand gesture. So it is part of the format of Love Island. So I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to do something like that, but the producers maybe said, no, it's Johnny's turn. And if Caleb would do something, he probably would do something a little bit more
intimate. Well, not intimate, but
it'd be better. He would do a better job.
It'd be more original.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know what he would do, but like the s'mores got me into thinking that like he'd have, just get out of here. I'm not even going to talk about the s'mores moment with you.
I want to talk about the s'mores.
Okay, we're not there yet. Mary says, okay, I do think Sally may be friends with Carrington and views Laurel as Carrington's girlfriend and not her friend. Fair. So maybe she doesn't have the same empathy she would have if it was happened to Justine. That good point, Mary. Thank you for bringing that up, because I don't want people thinking badly about Sally.
Or this thought also crossed my mind, that she's upset that Laurel didn't tell her what happened at Casa Amor.
They may not be friends.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I mean.
Right.
Like I was trying to like justify in my mind why she was kind of acting that way, and that was like one of the first things that I thought of.
Well, and I mean, maybe she's actually pissed off because when the more stuff came out, maybe they did get into it. Maybe she was like, Laurel, why didn't you tell me what was going on at Casa Amor? Like, you're allowing me to walk around here like an idiot, and you didn't say anything, and you knew things that had happened or whatever. So she might not be feeling Laurel that much from her being a little bit quiet about this whole situation.
Maybe not.
I wouldn't be surprised, because like if I was like, no, I'm too much of a girl's girl, I would have had to have told her something. I remember we were discussing whether we'd say something or not. I think that if I came from Casa Amor and I was becoming good friends with Sally, or I was friends with Sally, I would tell her. And when the tweets came out, I would have told her as well.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when the tweets came out. Especially.
I wouldn't go to Noah. I would have gone to a girl that was there.
You know? I think it's ironic that they showed Noah being the one spilling, and then he's like completely gone.
LOL. Glyph, Johnny spelled her name wrong in the note.
How did he spell her name?
I didn't see that. And I can understand him not knowing how to spell her name. When would it have been written down?
On their dresser.
On the bed. Yeah, it should be on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
but it would be Cely, but maybe it has like a curly thing, so maybe it looks like an S. I don't know. We want proof. Show us the proof, Clifham. We need the proof. I don't know if you can post it though. What you can do. I wish you could post video. Karen's here.
Karen, where are you?
Why did Sally rub you the wrong way, Anna? Okay, so we haven't fully gotten to there, but we could definitely touch on it. So definitely during the challenge, the construction challenge, she was happy for the new girl, Lincoln, when Carrington picked her, whatever, for the thing. Do you remember what she said? I don't remember.
She said you got a little Carrington on your face.
Oh, Carrington on your face. And so that, and what was the other thing?
I don't know if it was this episode or the episode before, but she was like telling Carrington, like, I think you and Lakin have more in common, and like you guys like work better than you and Laurel. And I was like, whoa.
Now, could this be Sally playing a bit of a game and maybe taking out potential competition, because maybe that Laurel and Carrington could come in and win?
But then she's not a girl's girl.
I'm just saying it could just be. I'm just adding more possibilities. I'm more so leaning towards what you said, because like even when you see Laurel crying, it's Kirsten that goes and comforts her,
and Moira.
But it's never really Justine and Sally. So,
and that's what one thing on After the Island. I know Jake Juan says they're biased, and I believe it a bit, but they did say that this season is more like sectioned off into like who you're friends with, and who like they're not all hanging out together. It's kind of like all in little cliques. So
RC says, yeah, I mentioned this as well. The winners are still together and barely edged out Luke T and Shanice. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I know that they got engaged. I wasn't sure if they were still together, but I really like Luke T and Shanice. I didn't really love the winners that much. I wasn't really feeling it. I liked Shanice and Luke T a lot more. Did you get a phone call, Brazil? I'm like, where did you go?
I had to fix my couch.
Karen says, hi, Karen. Because of Laurel and Lakin. It's a Y, not an I. Or however you spell it.
I can see why it's an issue to spell that name.
Yes. Brazil nut. My little Brazil nut.
Oh, my God.
Maybe that's what you should do for your sequester video, is talk about being a Brazil nut.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Anna says the margin between Luke T and Shanice and Paige and Finn was like 1%. Okay, that makes me feel better, because I really wanted Luke T and Shanice to win. As much as Paige and Finn were together, I believe, longer than they were, I didn't really feel for their relationship that much. And Finn was super young. Like, Finn was like 20, and I think she was like 23 or 24. Like, I don't know. I was loving, I thought Luke T was so cute and handsome, and like I love that he found interest in Shanice, but especially when like she had such, a shitty time in the villa before he came in. And so I thought that their journey, in my opinion, was the worthy couple. And so I was very I don't even think I watched the finale, because like I knew that Finn and Paige were going to win, and I was not here for it. So Vera, hi Vera. So yeah, I didn't like how she was like, you have some Carrington on your face. I don't know, maybe I'm digging too deep. I clocked it. Like, it was something that I heard. I was like, for her to be saying that. Maybe she didn't want to be mean girls and like side up with Laurel and be like mean to Lakin and Julia. Maybe she's just trying to be friendly and chatty, and she didn't really consider the fact that Laurel might hear.
I don't know. It's hard for me to justify.
I mean, I could imagine, because Sally likes joking around, right? So maybe she was trying to make light of the situation, but it came out a little bit like snarky. Because like, it looks like you got more Carrington on your face. Like, I don't know. She could be.
And kind of Laurel was just like so visibly upset, like turning around. She wasn't even watching. I think if she was like laughing and kind of like in good spirits about it, but that wasn't the case. I think that's why it came off worse. I was surprised, but there's got to be something that happened that we didn't see.
I agree. And Justine doesn't seem that excited about Laurel either. And I did hear, I don't know if it was, I think it was later on in this episode that Sally did say that she loves Laurel. Like she really I love Laurel, like she's great or whatever. I think that was in the same conversation where she said, but I think that you and Lakin have more in common. So I do believe that she's probably better friends with Carrington. I do believe that you could be right in the sense that maybe she feels a little bit slighted for her not supporting her and letting her know a little bit more what happened in Casa Amor. And she could also just have really bad comedic timing and was just trying to make light of the situation, but it came out bitchy. So what do you think, though? Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I know. I think it's all of them.
Or all of the above.
You didn't answer, or actually I didn't really ask you, but so what do you think about Johnny saying,
whoa, whoa,
and then kiss, kiss, I love you too?
That was forced to me. That, if he just didn't say that, the situation would have been a little bit better. Jaquan's going to come for me, but it just didn't feel genuine. As Mirab would say. What did you think?
I know that he needed to say that to make her feel okay.
But would you believe that after 2 weeks?
I could.
Really?
I definitely have been in those kind of pressure situations where like you meet someone and it's like you feel that. I've gotten into like saying I love you to somebody in like 5 days. You know what I mean? So I can, but when we spent like every single moment together. So I understand that being a possibility. It's not like, you know, going on 5 dates in like 6 months and like, you're my girlfriend, I love you. It's like, it's pretty condensed. If you think like 24 hours a day it's been like over 4 weeks, that's like a 6-month relationship, I would say.
Fair. If every day in there's like a week.
It's probably more than a week. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, no, it was about a week. If you say like 7 days, 24 hours, each day is a week. Yeah. So that's why I can believe the I love you.
Oh God.
I love you. I know you guys are all gonna come for me, especially all you Johnny haters, and I do understand why you dislike him. But the moment itself, I actually did tear up a little bit. You didn't cry at all, Brazil?
Nah.
So Anna says, though, it probably came down to a race thing, even though both couples were cute. And that's what I'm feeling about what's going on with Love Island as well. We've talked about it every single episode pretty much, is that I think that having 2 Black people be their winners is just too woke for CBS. They can maybe get by with 1 mixed and 1 Latina, not sure what her actual background is. You know, they can do that. You know what I mean? Like they feel like that's being like really outside of the box here. But I think it's just too much to be 2 Black people. So that's another reason why I'm worried for J-Lub, because of that. So this is what I want to talk about next. So we'll pull this up. So Jaquan says, let's talk about how Moira tried to do anything just to stay in the villa. I know, it's really embarrassing. It's
the worst.
It's the worst. And it's just so transparent, you know? And like, I don't understand why she wouldn't have just like stayed with James then if she like was going to be acting like this, you know?
Unless what we were hypothesizing about James was right and he just really took it too far.
Yeah, maybe she felt really uncomfortable. Sorry, before though we move on fully, I love though how Justine and Moira ran up to Sally after the whole proposal thing and they hugged her, and then Sally and Johnny were hugging and Justine comes around her and they do like a three-way hug. It's like, you know, those moments are real, and so regardless of the fact that we don't like Johnny, like they believe in them too. Like even Caleb seems like he's supportive of their relationship, and so I like that moment. Did you like that moment?
I did. She said, "I'm a part of this relationship. Sorry."
Johnny makes the toast here. I was like, oh, don't make the toast, Johnny, because people hate you too much. Just don't make the toast. Talking about like maybe don't say loyalty or like don't say anything. He should make the toast. Caleb, make the toast, please. Please.
To me and Sally. Making it official.
Making it official. I did write it down, actually. You have a good memory.
Do I?
Well, I mean, like sometimes I wrote down that quote, but like you just remember it without like having to look at it.
Look at me go. I'm just kidding.
You remember a lot of good things. I was like, oh yeah, some good
but
stuff.
I can't remember like what I did yesterday, so it's fine.
So you have like a selective memory. So, yeah. And Justine also had the feeling that of her best friend getting hitched, and I also love that. So, I mean, as much as like I hate what Johnny did, and I think that she shouldn't have gone back to him in the real world, in this bubble that they're living in, I want them to do well. I want them to be a successful couple. I want it all to be true, and so this is why I'm buying into it. From the show's perspective, I would never in the real world allow my best friend to continue on a relationship with him. But in the circumstances that they're in, I would allow this relationship to play out.
Ignorance is bliss.
Kind of. And then she can make her own decisions when she sees it back. You know what I mean? I think that that's also what she's probably counting on too. Is like, well, when I get out of here, I'll decide properly of whether what he did is worth. If he apologized for the right stuff, like, you know, I think she can make a better decision after.
Yeah.
I just want her to be happy in the villa. Like, why do you want Sally to be sitting and being sad about Johnny when she just wants to be with Johnny right now?
I don't want her to be sad. I want her to be happy.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. But just like, Sally, get to the curb. We're not standing Sally anymore because she cut that guy. And it's like, well, they're in a bubble. It's not like they're in the real world and like they're moving forward in their relationship and like they're about to get married and she's making the big mistake. Like she's on a game show.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'd probably stick with it.
I mean, there's no other option. She goes home or she stays with Johnny.
And then in a week she goes home anyways, and maybe she has a chance at the money. So,
but I think she would go home. I don't think she would stay with Benny. I don't think she'd stay with any of the guys, like just for fun.
Or maybe this is her staying, and she's choosing to believe him because she had a pretty big 180. You know, like she was pretty sad, and then she was like super happy and cheerful. So I don't know. I'm going to give Sally the benefit of the doubt here and hope that she's just being cautious and who wants to see it play through for the sake of being at Love Island from the beginning to the end and been working on the relationship with the one man. Crossing my fingers. Okay, so let's get started with this this couple here. Justine and Caleb. I thought what Caleb was saying to her was very cute. You know, like they was talking about like, oh, look at you look like a waiter, and just like whatever. They were saying stuff that were kind of flirty. And then he, as a joke, said something like he'd leave her number at the table or whatever. And then like when she called, he was like, oh yeah, it'd be like a wrong number or whatever. Like he just made like a kind of little joke. And she was just like, you're so annoying. And this is the way I think that Caleb flirts. And I feel like sometimes she shuts down his flirtiness because it's not.
She flirted with him about taking his pants off.
But it's just, I don't know. It didn't ping pong.
Oh boy, everyone's coming for something.
I'm scared. It didn't ping pong for me, and I've been wanting it. I want it so badly. There was like more so cute moments in this though, where I was like, okay, I could see a little bit more of their. You know, they were kissing in bed at one point. I was like, yes, kiss in bed. Let me see it a little bit more. You know what I mean?
What about their kiss on that bench in the same conversation?
I didn't fully see. I didn't write down anything about it.
It was cute.
But I wanted to do like a little bit of an "I told you so."
No.
Just one. because I remember I said, I was actually alluding to you. Oh, Karen decided to join. Do you have headphones, Karen? And so I was saying to you, actually, I repeated this to Karen. Actually, I'll pull you in 1 second, Karen. And so I was saying that, when you were saying like, oh, sometimes you play the guy, and I'm like, well, it may be that you've had some reasons in your past that you maybe wanted to guard your heart and that you might not want to be open to having that close connection. So Justine confesses.
Oh, here we go.
And says that I haven't been fully honest with you because like I've been guarding my heart from the things that happened in my past, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And he said he could feel that from her. So could it be that when I'm saying I don't feel that vibe, I feel that they're both kind of playing a role, it's because she hasn't been fully open and that, she was holding back.
But we knew that.
Hi, Karen.
Hi,
I decided to step on in. She was gardening, and I said, we'll probably talking for a while, so.
I know. I was like, oh, I know this will go on for a while. And the more I was listening, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I have so much to say.
Okay, what do you got to say? What's got you triggered?
Well, okay, first of all, because you're talking about what you were mentioning with,
courtesy of Anna, by the way.
Anna,
who's that?
Send me nothing. Anna doesn't like me at all. Not that she doesn't like me, but she's definitely ganging up on me with Brazil. Anna in the chat.
Anna in the chat.
What? So about how you were saying she's guarded, and that's probably why we're not seeing. She's like it hasn't been like being herself. So if Caleb's seeing that, then we're seeing it for sure. Like we must be seeing what she's like. It just doesn't seem. Hopefully, now that they've had that chat, she's gonna let go and everything will be fine. But
absolutely. But what?
I wanted to talk. What was you guys were just talking about something, and I was like, write it down so I don't forget. But then I didn't.
Sally and Johnny. Johnny playing a game.
Oh, Sally being like the way she's being. So when you guys were saying maybe she is mad at Laurel, because I was like, whoa, when she said, oh, you got Carrington all over her face. I'm like, who did she just say that to? And I'm like, did she? And I remember being kind of like taken aback because I was like, that's ballsy, like, and kind of rude, like. Laurel's visibly upset, and that's what you say to the new girl who looks like a piece of white trash. I can't stand that girl. I was like, oh God. So I don't like her. It's not that I don't like. I think she looks nice, but when she put that outfit on, I was like, well, there's my judgment gone out the window. Like she gone. Like, so I think he's making a mistake there, and like whatever. But and then when she said, oh, she just doesn't seem Team Laurel, so I think that it's because something. Ugh. Like God, from the shirt to the shoes to the pants, I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh,
like,
is that the picture for pants?
Oh my God! Like, I literally messaged Chantele. I was like, "Did she get that in 2003 from freaking Urban Planet?" Like,
from
that entire outfit cost $10. Where did they find that girl? I can't even believe it. I was like, "Whoa!"
No, it's on the sale racks on like downtown LA. That are
one of the things I say every day. I'm like, "Oh, I love that shirt. Oh, I love that." I'm like, they should tag where they're getting these outfits from because I love everything. And then yesterday. I was like, oh my God, like, what was she thinking? Anyway.
But Laurel's outfit in that one was so cute. It was like, it was a two-piece, but it had like, kind of like a scrunch in the middle. It was all flower print and then with a little skirt, but like it had like a little bit of sleeves. Like, I don't know, it was such a cute outfit. But what you can do, there's an app, I don't know if it's still as good as it used to be, but you could take a photo of anything try to find you like either something that's a similar print or the actual item. And so
I need to know where Kirsten's jean jacket is from. It's so cute.
I don't know if she wears it in a way that you can actually take a photo of it so you can.
I've only seen it in her DRs, in her confessionals. I haven't seen her wear it like outside.
Yeah, I'll try to, if I can find it, if you can take a picture of it next time when you can see any distinguishing factors or details, send it to me and then I'll put it through that app.
And take a picture of Lakin's pants, see where you can get those bad boys.
I did take a picture of the pants because I wanted to see what how much they were. It's like
you have Laurel, who's like America's little sweetheart. She would never be caught dead in an outfit like that. I was like,
never.
So. And like Sally kind of seems maybe she would wear something like that. So maybe that's where they're
pants.
Like bonding.
No, I mean
I don't know. I think that something must have happened, or she's upset with Laurel, or she maybe hasn't bonded quite well with Laurel because of of what happened at Casa Amore. She probably feels slighted. And so she's probably thinking, you know what, screw you. I hope that he does this to you. She's probably thinking that in the back of her mind. And these little like snide little comments are going to come out now. Like there's probably been more. We just haven't heard them.
Well, and I'm wondering though, like if the producers want her to be like the golden child, why would they put that in?
Because
I think that was I don't know, like that was a hard thing to cut out, really. Like,
yeah, Laurel's visibly
it's a
upset.
good line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they've cut out other things that she had to have said. I doubt. I mean, Laurel was so visibly upset. Like, that's a hard moment to not put in there.
Yeah.
And neither of them are going up to Laurel when she's crying. You're right. It's only Kirsten.
Mm-hmm. And it's like surprising. I'm like, everyone's like, oh, Kirsten looks like the better person. But I think Kirsten's like, she still likes Carrington. She probably just wants to get all the scoop and bond with her on it. And like, I think there's benevolent agendas with what everybody's doing with each other right now, especially with the new girl. Like, Laurel's still pretty new, you know?
Well,
but I do feel bad for Laurel. I do really, really feel bad for her. I feel that's like so shitty. Like, it's as soon as he went on those 2 dates, I knew right away. I was like, she gone. Like, he's not voting. He's not going to pick her. I know it.
Sorry, Vera, did we see this? Okay, yeah, I didn't like how she was like, you have some carrot on your face, or maybe I'm digging too deep. Right. I didn't like how she said it. I clocked it, as I said before. I wish she said something different. Oh, sorry, this is old. Sorry, I went back too far. With Laurel though, I do feel she was visibly upset, and I didn't like the way Carrington was treating her at all. But I'm wondering if Brazil is right in this situation as well, that maybe Sully has a better friendship with Carrington, and so maybe she's supporting Carrington and Carrington's potential choices.
Yeah, I think that too.
So,
yeah, maybe.
And also maybe not wanting Lakin to feel bad that Carrington chose her.
And you know what? Did you see how big Carrington's smile on his face was when Sully walked in and he got to do his little poetry act, whatever he was doing? Like, he looked genuinely like, he's like, Sully, like he was like so excited when she walked in. Yeah, like I think they probably have a really good friendship, and that could be it too. So she's probably just trying to be the devil's advocate on his side as well. And like, and she's probably thinking, well, if he likes her, then she's going to be my friend in the end, you know?
Mm-hmm. Vera says, as a New Yorker myself, I agree with you. Carrington would be eaten alive here. LOL. He would be. I can't picture Carrington being able to, like, you know, have all this swag in a big city, like a real city. Jaquan says, I agreed with you. I used to live in the Bronx. Exactly. It's Realist saying, I'm scared. Realist, if I was an OG Islander on the show with established friendships in the villa, I would not be clapping or smiling at a new girl kissing on the partner of any friend. Yeah. Nothing wrong with taking a stand. Wait, who's she agreeing with? She thinks that like Laurel is the.
I think she thinks that Sully shouldn't be like clapping. She should be doing a united front with. Laurel, but like we're saying, she might not be as good of friends with Laurel as people.
Laurel's Casa Amore, so maybe she's also just like, I fucking don't like anything that has to do with Casa Amore, you know? And
yeah, she could be projecting a bit.
And maybe just being like, at least I can see these girls, or maybe she's trying to be nice to those girls so that girls just don't go for Johnny, so she has to be in another situation. Like, it could be her being selfish for sure. I don't know. I don't hate her that much for it. Like, I was just surprised in the moment, to be honest. Anna says, did you see they cut out a bit of JLo's first chat? I couldn't tell. How could you tell, Anna? Karen, what are you saying here? Karen, I mean, I feel like this is so meta. Karen says, I don't think that Johnny is calculated and smart to have all this planned out to deceive everyone like he's not a villain. Okay.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, he's trying to get to the end. And I'm like, no, he's just this dumb puppy dog that did something wrong because he's an idiot. And now he's trying to make up for it. Like, he's not like, what can I do? Like, I think he's just trying to get Sully to like him, and that's pretty much it. And everybody's analyzing it. He's not, we're giving him way too much credit. He's not that smart. He's not going to run away with the money and screw everybody. I mean, I hope so, because this has been the most traumatic one yet. Like, that would be the best drama. And I feel like only the United States ones would do that. I don't know.
Oh my God. I think though he might get like hurt if he did that. Like, I'd be worried for his safety.
Yeah.
Says,
he's not.
I'm not sure about Sully liking both Caleb and Justine. He's just always making faces. I think that he might be surprised when Justine does anything sexual. Like, maybe. What do you guys think? I don't know.
I mean, I've never seen what kind of faces, like disgusted faces, like surprised.
I'm gonna have to look out for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anna, can you send Brazil some examples here?
Yeah.
Jaquan says, thank you, Karen, for giving him, they're giving him too much credit. Absolutely. I agree with you, Karen, that he's 22. He's not that calculated. I think that I can agree with you there for sure.
Like, I think if anyone's going to run away with the money, it's probably going to be, I hope I'd be more like Sally would be smarter to do something like that. And I think she said that she lives with her mom and her aunt. It sounds like there's a lot of people in that house. She probably needs that money. So she's probably thinking, haha, like if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Sally.
Hold on, I have the edited part out of the chat. She did send it before you said that. Hold on.
Okay. If I'm gonna be with somebody, I want to go all in. Okay. I'm telling you the words I was prepared for. I'm not dating today. Okay. If I'm gonna be with somebody, I want to go all in.
Okay, it's on repeat. We get it. It's okay. It's a cute moment. I'm happy that I see it. I wish they showed it on the show. Pardon?
I just had to repeat it. Sorry.
So wait, where did she? That was just random. Like, where did we find that?
On
Like
Instagram,
Twitter.
apparently.
Oh yeah.
They can't be
Divine
doing
Me
that. They can't be
says-
just like posting what they're not showing on other social media and like, oh, they won't care.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't care that much about us. Like they don't. They want to make money with their sponsors and have a show be renewed. It's all a money's thing for them. Divine says, Chantele, J-Love doesn't need to do public proposals because what they have is real. Or she must be being sarcastic. Oh, J-Love, sorry. Okay, yeah. Not being sarcastic, being very honest. Johnny has to make amends with everyone. Yeah, I mean, like we were saying for a while now that Johnny needed to do a big gesture. And then Karen, when she came on, she was pretty much affirming or confirming or agreeing with that sentiment. I do feel that J-Lo, I need to see more of their relationship. So, I mean, what we've been complaining about is that, they're cutting it, they're putting things on other social media platforms, they're not letting us see. I want to be able to see from my own eyes their passion. I don't want to be making it up because I like them both so much. Like, I want to feel it, I want to see it. And when you're smiling at Karen, go.
I still think, like, even the things they showed last night, like when they have conversations, I'm just like, it kind of makes me cringe. And I'm trying so hard to think that they must have something. Like, I feel like she likes him so much, and then I hear him saying he likes her, but I don't see it. Like, I hear them saying it, but then like when they're talking, I'm just like awkward. Like, that's all I'm thinking.
Do I live in a parallel universe?
I mean, I think you live in a universe where you want to believe them to be like, do you want to see this passion?
Your perspective just must be completely different. Like, what I'm seeing is not what you're seeing. Like, there's just different perspectives, and I'm trying. I'm like, okay, what's Brazil seeing?
I mean, I hear what they're saying, and I don't feel the passion behind it. And like, I understand that they both want it to work. I believe that they both want to be in a relationship with each other and they don't want to go after anybody else. I believe all that is to be true. But do you know what? The deciding factor is if they ever banged. Because, like, I don't think that they would have the chemistry in bed. And then it would just be shut the fuck down. And you guys would not even be able to test me because, like, it would just be clear. But it's like the fact that they haven't had sex yet, I can't be proven that there's no passion between them.
How do we know? We didn't see their hideaway.
True.
They didn't fuck. They definitely didn't fuck. There's no way she'd be acting so different.
Yeah, she would be like, especially like, if they did have sex, if they did and it was good, she'd be like yearning for it every second. And if they did and it wasn't good, they would be like awkward every day. So awkward every day.
I know that, like, they would be all over each other if they had fucking some good sex. We wouldn't be like, oh, let me see that kiss. Was that kiss okay? like you would know. But okay, that's another thing that's Another thing that someone else brought up on another podcast was they wonder if the next step for Johnny and Selly to try to gain some more audience people is for them to get the hideaway again and to go all the way.
Oh,
so what do you guys think about that as being the potential next step?
Enough with them. Like, honestly, they've got their boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's move on. Like, they can't, I don't want to, I'm like, as much as I actually am team them, like, I like them, but like, enough with them. Like, I don't want to watch another episode, especially of them having sex in this villa. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, we know they like each other. Like, let's move on to like other things that are happening. Like,
oh my God, I'm so behind.
Ugh. God. That would be awful. I really think that would be stupid. Like, that would just be like, okay, now they really are if they hide a villa, if they hide a hideaway from J-Lib, but then they do another freaking hideaway with them, I'd be like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, they really are trying to
pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, they might not have any other content, but we'll see what happens. Oh God, it's gonna rain so badly. It's just got so dark in here. So Sarah says, I don't think Justine and Caleb are going to go official on the show, and I think that's fine. They're realistic and not putting on a show.
Yeah.
If they Okay, we'll see what happens there. Divine Me says, I watched Love Island UK season 6, basically all the UK seasons. That's why I know J-Lo found a real love together. Season 2 runner-up are still together. I know, I love them so much. I love them so much, but I could see their passion on the freaking show. I could see it. I've always been right. I've always been right about being like a passion detector. I've match-made people that have been together for like years. Like, I see sparks.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I want to be wrong, but I haven't pulled cards yet. Have I pulled cards for them yet? Oh, no, they were the wishy-washy, the cards. They didn't really, no. Okay, so Divine Me says, Chantele, did you see the interview with Mackenzie yesterday after the island? She talks about her experience with Johnny. I haven't seen her after the island one. I did see her ET in Entertainment Tonight one. And she did say that he didn't really like her because she was always calling him out and stuff like that. I'm assuming that she would say something similar on After the Island. But I'm going to watch After the Island stuff for all the most recent exit or dumped Islanders. And so then we'll talk about them like in full detail on Sunday, because there's no real content with the unseen bits, but we've seen everything of it. Did you watch any of those videos, either of you guys?
Mm-mm.
So After the Island, Karen, I don't know if I told you this before, but it's with Elizabeth and Alex from season 1. They have their own little podcast, and so they've been doing the exit interviews of the dumped Islanders. Sarah says, I really want to know what Sally's family thinks of Johnny, because they've seen everything. That's what we did talk about for a second before, Karen. What do you think about that? When they have like either a Zoom call with the family to meet,
or they come on. I don't know. You kind of mentioned you think they won't say anything, but like I think a Latino mother will be like, "Girl, I don't know."
Maybe saying it in Spanish to her, being like,
she might just give her like a little bit of one of those things that's like, I think you need to. Open your eyes a little bit bigger, and like, I think she might give her one of those, like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I think you need to and do some investigating or something like that. She might give her a little hint about something. I don't think she can be like, Johnny's a rat bastard, blah blah blah. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like that.
What do you think about winning the show, though?
Like, for her, like, she shouldn't say anything, because then it'll ruin her chances.
Shouldn't, but I'm not shouldn't, but would you think that might be a factor in how much she decides to disclose?
Yeah, it could be, but like, I don't think the parents aren't playing a game, and their parents are more the protective over their children. They don't care about money always, right? So they just want their kid to be happy. That's mainly what any parent would say. They're not gonna be like, yeah, girl, sacrifice that shit to get that dollar bill. Like, I don't think so. So I don't know. I feel just like Latin American families are just really close knit, so they'd be really upset. But then again,
Karen
there's a lot
says,
of cheaters. Yeah.
All right. There are a lot of cheaters. Karen says Kayla would do something more low key but sweet and well thought out. Yes, we do think that. What would you want Caleb to do? How do you feel about the s'mores conversation, Karen?
Well, I don't know. It was cute. Like, I liked how he pulled her away. I think that all the guys should feel a little pressure to do something sweet now, because it's true. The love was in the air in the villa, so they should all be doing something cute for their girls. So, do I think maybe he did it because that happened, and maybe it was a little bit played on, but I don't know.
Brazil, what's up? What's up here? No, this is a podcast or like a video cast. Like we want to talk about our perspectives, and so we want you to feel heard.
Like, did you
have
loved
the
it.
whole the whole chat is with you here.
Yeah, and you loved it. You loved you're like, oh my God, this is the cutest thing in the world.
Well, because she had said that she told him about like her and her sister and like how that was like a vacation thing or like part of like some fond memory she has. And I don't know, I just thought it was a nice gesture.
It was really cute.
It was cute. The one thing it's just the same thing that's happening over and over again is that I do feel that they're saying just the right things, and I'm not feeling the connection. I'm just not feeling it. And it's kind of like I can say to you like, hey Karyn, like these it really feels like home. And you yeah, okay, cool. Like that's a really, if I put in like, oh man, like, oh, this person feels like home, like, yeah, but like I don't feel it like it feels like home when you're telling this to me. And so it could be her holding back and not wanting to come across as too needy or too like emotional or whatnot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's holding back. Fine. But it's just the words, even the words when they're going back and forth, it just, for me, it's not evoking emotions in those particular words. Like with the whole scenario with her being chosen, I put that whole thought of like, oh my God, what that must have felt like to be the one that be chosen. And so I put myself in her position and how that would make me feel. But I haven't felt that she has, what's been shown and said is evoking that from me. Brazil?
To each their own.
I think we're beating this one with a dead horse. Like this is beating the dead horse. This one.
Mary says, Kayla told Justine, I don't date to date. If I'm going to be with someone, I want to be all in. I think he's just waiting for Justine to let go of her insecurities and trust him. If that's the thing, let go of those insecurities so he can trust her and I can see this relationship moving forward.
I think if she doesn't, she's gonna ruin it. If she doesn't start to just give him a little bit more, it's gonna ruin it for him. He needs that because he really does seem like he likes Justine. Like she's wifey material. He's all in. He can see he doesn't regret his decision about picking her. So I feel like she needs to it's gonna push him away.
But what have Johnny and Sally talked about that is equally?
It's not what they talk about. It's not what they talk about. It's the way they look at each other, and it's the way they touch each other, and the way they feel, and the way when they're sitting together, you can see that it's comfortable, it's passionate, there's energy, there's vibes, there's love. Whereas even after he did what he did, Sally still like looks at him with like adoration. Whereas she, like, I see Justine gets giddy and she's like, oh my God, like Kayla.
But more so in the diary room too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really see her share that feelings about him in front of him. It's kind of like she plays it too cool, or you know what I mean? Like,
and I think that he needs that. So if she doesn't start giving him a little bit, she needs to give him an in.
That's not his love language. So I'm confused as to what you guys want, because if
I don't care about love languages. I don't care about love languages, man. If you either have it or you don't.
Well, I'm just saying with love languages is how you end up connecting with somebody. And I feel like they're not connecting with however they're communicating with each other. She wants him to touch him and be lovey feeling. He could get like that, but he's not vibing with her because they're not communicating on the same level. Like it's just not, they're playing like they're playing the violin and he's playing the piano, but it's not like in the same key. Like it's just like, they're both really great instruments, but they're not really working well and playing the same piece of music. I don't feel the vibe. They're great people. Their music on their own is exceptional. I want them to be playing great music together, but they're just not playing the same piece of music.
And they're both going to keep trying. Like, I don't see them giving up because they both like
no, they should. I think they should keep trying.
Yeah, even on the outside, they're going to be like, let's keep doing it.
But I just think personally that they're trying because they like each other so much as people. And obviously they're on a show, blah, blah, blah. And I think that they want to have this work out. But I think they also are not admitting that whatever is happening, it's not happening easily. And I personally, I'm not going to be excited by a relationship that's so, like, oh my God, it's so much work. We work so hard to have this connection. We work so hard to like really express ourselves and communicate. It's like, I wish some of that was a little bit more just natural. You know what I mean? Like, well, I worked so hard in the beginning. Like, that's when it's just supposed to be easy, right? Like, there's no real issues are coming into play where you had to like, oh my God, I didn't know his point of view was going to be like that. Like, shit, you know? Like, that's not anything that's coming to play right now. It's just all about energy and vibes and chilling and like just feeling this person and like finding everything they're doing funny and like wanting to dance with them, wanting to make handshake, like whatever it is. Like, it's just like, that's the fun part. And I'm just not seeing the fun. Like, I want it to be lighter. She's happy about him in the diary room or in the confessionals, but I don't see that when they're together. And I know that they both want to do it, but I'm not seeing them blossom as a couple. It's just dead, flat. Jaquan says, Laurel and Kirsten getting kind of close last season. Kira chose a girl. Oh, I don't think so. Do you think Kirsten and Laurel, they don't give me bi vibes, either of them? No, I don't see that. Karen says he wrote Sully. Oh, with 2 L's? But I think that
they showed like a note.
Correct.
They showed like his notes or something, and it said Sully, like a cell phone maybe. So I think it was autocorrect.
Oops.
Thank you, Karen. Dwayne says Mary. Yes. I don't know what the yes for. What was it for? Yeah, I mean, sure. I wouldn't be happy if this is the way my relationship was starting with somebody. Hi, Deja. So Deja says, Laurel annoyed me with the way that she was acting, like she was interested in talking to Calvin. I think she's just trying to deflect. You know what I mean? She's like hurt about Calvin or about Carrington, and Calvin was showing some interest in her. And so maybe I need to talk to Calvin to stay in the villa if Carrington is going to choose Lakin. What are you thinking, Brazil? We'll talk about somebody else.
Brazil looks like she's gonna cry.
No. I think that, I don't know. I think she's just kind of reaching at this point, but.
Like, what do you guys think of Calvin and Moira?
That's another forced moment.
Oh.
Like, but I feel like, okay, hot take. There might be more passion between them than Jayla.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Brazil, you don't want to hear it.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm kidding, but kind of not kidding, but kidding for the most part.
I don't.
Vera says, I recently checked Reddit and a lot of people are starting to dislike Sully. Of course they're good. Everybody's gonna tear somebody down. Like they'll build them up, tear them down. They think she's becoming stuck up and she's almost like Johnny. Okay, like that's a little bit of a reach in my opinion. The only thing that she's done that I've seen was that she wasn't completely supportive of Laurel's feelings in that challenge.
But I think there's something more to it.
Exactly. And I don't know, I've said things before that I didn't realize was rude. And then, then I see it back and be like, oh my God, I can't, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't really mean it for it to come off that way. It's happened to me like many times in my life. So you're nodding, Karen, you can agree with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I had to like, and I'm still figuring it out. Like I speak before I think. And like, as I got older, I had to like really work on it. Cause I'm like, not everybody cares what you think, Karen. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, yes, they do, but no, they don't. No. So I have to, but I am very opinionated. I'm blunt. I blurt things out. So then, I've unintentionally hurt people's feelings. And then I just think maybe they're too sensitive. But really it's just me saying things that I should just tone it down or not say it. I don't sugarcoat, so I get it. But like, I probably would have said something stupid like that too. Like, oh, you got Carrington on your face, and like did it to make light of it. Like it might've been, she was making light of the situation because she didn't want it to get heavy. You know what I mean? But because maybe Lakin felt awkward coming back over to the group. Like, and there was maybe glances that we didn't see. Maybe Lakin was like, oh, and like, so she said that as a joke to be like, don't worry about it. Like, just let's move on kind of thing. Who knows? Like, who knows and then maybe after she did go to Laurel and say, frig girl, like, are you okay? Or that sucked, or because then I actually think Bennett kissed Laurel just to make her feel better.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which was cute. I was like, oh, I was happy he did that. Even though he didn't really say that later, he just said, oh, could have been a move, could have been this. But I think he did it because he was like, Carrington, you little, like, that's rude.
I know, Johnny
was nice.
Johnny got kind of defensive. He's like, so are you feeling Laurel? Was it a stunt?
Yeah, like
why the fuck do you care, Johnny?
And if
down.
Johnny was as nice, if Johnny has sisters, he should have been like solid move, bro.
Yeah, like because I felt that I think that was the reason. I think
so too.
And when in the morning when Carrington was like making breakfast, all the boys were in the kitchen, and Carrington was telling them like, "Hey, I'm gonna get to know Lakin." I just see Bennett's face kind of surprised and shocked, and so I think maybe he had already been thinking he wants to get to know her a bit, or just like kind of pick the next girl that he thinks might be single eventually, because he knows that things aren't working with Kirsten. So I think it was a bit calculated all around. But
meanwhile, he said it was to make Kirsten jealous, and then she's like, "Well, bad move. I don't like you anymore."
Well, she didn't like him. Really.
I was relieved. Like, fuck.
Yeah, like okay, like I think that sometimes what she says like is just a little bit much too. Like I think she's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah.
I think instead of Moira, we have Kirsten now. That Kirsten, can't you go suck face with someone for 5 minutes? So you can stay on the show and Moira can be gone.
I know.
Like, come on. She always like accuse myself, making these like, I'm not gonna pick anybody. It's like, yeah, like you're trying to get Moira off the show here.
Stands, you're making all these like protests, and it's like, come on, girl. Like instead, they're both feeling bad for themselves because they haven't made a connection with anybody. Whereas Moira, at least she's trying to stay in the game. Like Kirsten, you're just doing shit all.
So Divine Me says Luke T has the same energy, personality as Caleb, but Caleb is more of a thinker. Love that about Caleb. Yes, he's Aquarius. We're the thinkers, the thinking sign. We like that kind of interaction with people. And so that's kind of also where I'm seeing that she's not picking up what he's putting down when he's doing his little flirty things. Like what she says back isn't a volley, in my opinion, of like the type of flirting that he enjoys that kind of gets him going. It's just like, it's like he volleys something over to her and she just stomps on it, you know? And just like, I feel bad that I don't feel it with them, but like I really just like I don't.
Well, it's like you said when he kisses her and then he keeps going this like in her face or whatever he's doing, like blowing, and like she's like he thinks that's funny and that's his way of being like trying to get her to loosen up and be silly and like kind of, and then she's just like, you're annoying, and like he's like, okay, like it's just like, and he does it again, and like I don't know, you're right, she just keeps shooting him down and she's not like going with it, and like just
but I mean, she doesn't even realize, I don't think, that she's shutting anything down. I think that she just
generally, and she thinks that's her way of flirting by being like, you're annoying, you silly boy, like, you know.
But
I don't know.
What do you, both of you, think of the fact that Caleb even said that Sally and Johnny are couple goals?
Caleb said that?
Yeah.
He
said,
I just think he's a really good friend, and I think he loves both of them. So,
and Caleb's been giving Johnny advice the whole time, and he's been on their side. I think he's been rooting for them to like work on it and be good. Like I think that that's what when they're saying couple goals, like everyone's just really focusing on Johnny's discretion. Well, guess what? Everybody's moved on now, so he's okay. Like he did that. Mercedes is long gone. They've worked on it. I think that's what he's like. Hey, like that's so great. They love each other now, and now they're in a relationship. Like I think his couple goals are like to be at that level, whether or not he screwed up or not.
So what's happening here? Jaquan says, LOL, the other episode he said he was falling for Mackenzie, and Connor said that they love each other. I don't see the problem. Do you know what he's talking about, Brazil?
What was before that?
I'll come back to it, Jaquan. Clarify. Like I'm like an hour behind in these comments, so I don't remember what we were talking about.
Holy shit, there's a lot.
Deja says, we haven't seen Sally and Johnny have a deep conversation other than being goofy and playful, but
it's not about deep conversations, like we said. It's not. It's just about the playfulness that's there that Justine and Caleb don't really have.
Like, okay,
you don't have to talk deep for me to think you're in a good relationship. Talking deep is actually just annoying.
Well, if I think about it, even with like my friendships with like my best friends, like we aren't always sitting down having these deep conversations. We have a good time together. We enjoy each other's company. We vibe together. Like anything goes. I could be like, let's do this. We're like, yeah, like okay, let's hang out at home. I don't have to like being like, oh, well, you want to sit on the couch, but I want to sit on the floor. And I prefer to sit beside you on the couch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to have a conversation about every little thing to prove that we're having a really good relationship. You know what I mean? So we just vibe, and we don't have to explain everything. And like, that's just the difference. So Johnny and Sully have had some deeper conversations. We didn't really appreciate them or how he was reacting in them, but I'm assuming that they've had more than what they've shown. I like them being goofy and playful because it shows to me that they enjoy each other. And that's what I'm looking for in the beginning of any relationship.
And that's their personalities. So that's how they are together, because that's how they are in general. Whereas I don't know. I don't even want to talk about J-Love anymore.
Me neither.
To be honest.
Glyphim says, Love Island posted the note that Johnny wrote on Instagram. They spelled it with Sally. I agree with you though, Karen, that it was autocorrect. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Chantele, you're not sounding convinced. You know the drill. I want to feel it. About Johnny saying I love you. Oh, I mean, with him saying I love you, I don't fully believe that he meant it in that moment. I think he did say it maybe for show. She took a second to say it back. I don't know if they're both were there yet to say I love you.
I was like, what? They just said I love you? Like, you just said you wanted to be your boyfriend, girlfriend. Now you're already saying I love you. I was like, just make that another grand gesture. Like, whoa.
Yeah, he could have said that. He could have said that like right before the finale or right before the vote, and I think it would have had more
impact. Yeah. I think it was a little bit soon, but I think that I do feel that they're on the road though to that. Like, I do feel for her for sure that she would love to be in love with Johnny. Like, she wants that with him. And so that's probably why she said it back. Because if you don't say it back, then that could just like kill the relationship for sure. So I think it was soon. I think that he's starting to feel those ways towards her, but I think that he kind of laid it on just to have a little bit more clout in his grand gesture.
Yeah. I think too that maybe he said it because he thinks that's what he should have said. You know.
Realist, man. Realist says, Chantele, please tear up. Oh my God. I love that's an LOL or crying face. I did tear up when he was talking to her at one point because there's something about, regardless of whether the guy's an asshole or not, if they're saying the words that mean something to the recipient, like I feel that she's accepting it as true. I felt for her, like I was like, oh my God, this is probably something she's been wanting him to say to her for so long. And for him to finally say that, it was, to me, a beautiful moment, not because I don't necessarily believe that it's all real or whatever, but I feel like she believed it in that moment. And that's what I was
cute. And he
over.
was like, and he was getting like shy and like, and his smile's so cute. Like, he's got that like puppy dog look to him that you're just like, oh, like so sweet, you know?
I can't see it. I can't tell what it says. First look. Oh, it's up. Well, it's up finally. You see up always at 2:30, and now it's like it's changing its times.
I know, it's weird.
Dare I say Calvin is drawing me? Anna, we are already not too, friends.
So, no, I don't mind Calvin. So I'm like, you guys don't like him, but I don't mind him. I think I think they're not showing his. I don't know. There's got to be something. Like, I just think.
Well, we might as well get to. I don't know what else happens, but we might as well get to the more so of this the construction competition, whatever. So this is basically the male version of the girls at the car wash. What?
I forgot one thing we forgot about Kirsten. Caleb was in the bathroom with her before this.
Before they went to bed.
Yeah.
And she says. Or Caleb's like, how was your day? She's like, hung up on some boy that doesn't like me back.
Yep.
So lame.
It's whack though. Like, he's not giving her, even when they were seeing each other, anything for her to be so hung up on him over. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have like these great kisses or like passionate sessions. Like, I don't know. There was just nothing going on between them, in my opinion.
And he was like, I was worried that my heart rate was going to go up when she did her dance, but it didn't. It went up for Lakin. Like, he literally is not even worried. He's worried that because she's hot, but he doesn't want to deal with Kirsten at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
I feel bad. I don't feel that bad for her because I think she's
not anymore.
No, but it's just ridiculous. Like, I think she's probably going home. I think so.
For sure. I'm still surprised that Carrington's head's being turned by Lakin. Like, pardon?
Like
pardon?
Her unique
pardon? It's like,
her unique
I mean,
look.
it could be because like he
to
doesn't
toe.
feel threatened by her. Like he's the better looking one in the relationship, and like he could have more girls coming after him, but she's not going to have like some guy steal her away. I don't know. I'm just trying to rationalize how she's like his head's turned because like they have some family similarities. Like, and
I
they
know,
like
but
because
now
they like EDM and festivals. Okay.
and like I understand now, like I get it why Laurel's so upset. She's probably like, her? Like what? Like I think she'd be less upset if you went for Kirsten. She'd be like, well, there's history, you're hot, I get it, you got great tits, but that chick,
I would feel better about myself if he went for someone that looked more like Kirsten.
oh.
Yeah, it would make sense. Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
I would be.
feel bad because I don't like being like that about girls. Like I don't like to be judgmental. I don't like calling girls ugly. Like everyone's beautiful, but I just think like, man, like I was just like, oh God, no, like no.
Really says, oh my God, you guys have to watch after the island interview with Mackenzie. They are horrible hosts, but the perspective she gives on Johnny is eye-opening. I'm excited to watch it for sure. I'll watch all of them because I saw that even DeAndre had it. He was on, I'm not sure who he was on with, but I think even those Islanders that we didn't see any of their, like Aaron and stuff like that, I think that they have some interviews up. Mike, exactly. I haven't seen Pat I haven't seen Pat on any, but maybe I just haven't been looking. Vera says, yes, Realist. I like after the island interview with Mackenzie, she mentioned that Johnny might have felt threatened by her and Connor initially at the start. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised too if like they too strong of a relationship and he wanted to win. That makes sense. Anna says, yes, Realist, I watched a bit of it and everything makes sense, even Mackenzie's craziness. Realist says, yes, Vera, I totally agree with her. Just seeing his facial expressions and mannerisms towards Jaleb also supports that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're worried that, you know, Jaleb might come in and then win. So they are on a game show.
How could you be like that when you got everybody to set this thing up for you so you can show your girl you love her, and they've been so supportive, giving you advice and being like this, and even supportive after you literally two-timed her, and then you can't even be supportive of them that they're showing their relationship. Like that isn't going to show much on Johnny. Like if that's a thing, I haven't noticed that, but like that's brutal.
I mean, I don't know. They're on a game show no matter what. I do feel that they're all supportive of each other. I don't know if I'm blind. I think that I'm seeing.
I think everybody might be a little bit have hard eyes for these people. Maybe they're blind.
Jaquan says, I didn't watch the interview yet, but there's two sides of every story. No, there's three sides of every story. Got the truth. But when Johnny first is getting to know Selly and Caitlin went to Mackenzie for advice, there was more story. Mackenzie's not innocent. I don't remember that part, Jaquan.
I don't either.
You guys, do you remember, Karen?
I don't remember anything about Caitlin.
Yeah, that was so long ago. Chantele, try to take off the sunglasses, please, while watching Jaleb's scenes. Do you know what, Divine? Just show me some chemistry, and I will be all in on them.
Well, this is when we're going to be catching up, and now this is going to be the attacks.
All right. Hi, Vicky. Hey, I'm cut out right now because nobody likes me.
I know.
Rosa says, hi, Rosa. Only to Brazil. Lies. Okay, Realist says, Karen, I gagged at that cheap outfit Lakin had, very much trailer park chic. Literally, I got Deb vibes or DEV vibes. All the other girls wear Revolve, PLT, and other brands. I don't know. What's DEB, Brazil?
I don't know.
Well,
I know Revolve and PLT, but I don't know.
I know the others too.
Mandy's. I don't know what that is, but I probably agree because it's
her pants limited had to have been from Mandy's. Do you know Mandy's?
I'm gonna Google it right now.
If you Google Mandy's and Google DEB.
Her outfit,
yeah.
I literally.
Oh my God, it's a store in Nampa, Idaho. So.
Divine Me says, Karen, you're so right. Lakin's energy makes me tired. She does not look like a woman with too much class. I'm sorry, I don't want to judge.
And I don't like doing that either. I don't want to be a judge. But I said to Chantele last night, I said, I feel like and this is like maybe like a controversial thing to say, but I feel like Carrington has money, because he's mentioned in his like very first like interview when he's sitting in those like heart little hallway and they're like introducing the people. He's like, you know, he works for a company and he got like a $4 million deal, and he's like, I'm smart and I can do this, so I think that he had whatever he does for a job, I think he makes good money, and he probably has, and I don't know, I think he needs a girl that can show that she, like, if he's going to be walking around bringing her to business things, like, she better know. I don't know. I'm just like cringing at what she could be wearing. Hopefully and like fame and money doesn't make you dress better. It just makes you wear crappy, expensive shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe you'll get a stylist, a Utah stylist. He says Carrington likes every new girl. I feel bad for Laurel. She should try Bennett. I hope she tries Bennett. I hope that's something that moves forward.
Yeah.
Whatever, Carrington, you can have the busted version of Laurel. And Bennett, like,
he's gonna regret all these things. Like,
I mean, he's definitely not going to win. He's going to get kicked off more likely more soon. I think that he would have a chance at least to be final 3 if he stayed with Laurel.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he will make it to, well, who else would? Like, I guess he would still.
Because soon the America votes, right, for the couples. So they're not going to vote that chick.
Carrington, also known as the Heartbreak Kid. Like, he's so not worth it. Didi says Laurel should have known when he took American. Yeah, well, she does say even on this episode that, like, I'm second best again. Like, he always makes me feel like I'm his second choice, which is true. We're seeing on Dayton Casa Moore that he was going to leave when something better came along, but something better didn't come along, and I think that that's what kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I don't think it's better. I'd be like, can I send this one back? It's not what I ordered. Like, it's like, no, thank you. It's like you order the Laurel and then you get the Lakin.
Yeah, like
it's like the, you know, like the knockoff version. It's like, oh, it's not a real Cabbage Patch Kid. It's the knockoff version.
Cabbage Satch Kid.
I'm looking on Dev right now.
Oh, it is a thing?
They for sure look like she got them there. Hold on.
That's so funny.
These are
Bennett, I'd not like Kirsten. He could have said that instead of trying to make her jealous.
Okay, so yeah, at one point, Bennett has a conversation after the competition with Kirsten. So within it, Bennett decides to kiss Laurel. And we kind of talked about it a little bit, but with this, the construction, the men being a hot construction guys, I was talking about it being the counterpart to the women's car wash scene. So the guys were going around doing their sexy dances. What do you think about people ripping off their tearaway jean shorts to relieve their budgie smugglers? I
don't like those scenes. I think they're just cheesy. Like, they're just funny, I guess. But I'm like, ugh. I just think that it's so awkward. I don't like stuff like that.
It's very awkward.
Like, I was like, ew. There's no point. Like, at least if they had to do something like a challenge and tried to win. No, there wasn't really anything they had to do. You know what I mean? So I was just like, this is silly.
It won't let me share the screen.
It won't?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why it would not.
It's like blacked out.
It's just what if I put it like this? Try.
I mean, you could just trust me. They're awful. No, it won't work.
Okay. Send me the link and I can pull it up after. So my favorite, I thought that Johnny was pretty good, but I was like nervous. Like, I was like, oh God, he tries so hard that it like gets me like anxious. I thought he was actually okay. Caleb, I thought was better, like a little bit sexier than he was in the striptease. I was really uncomfortable by Calvin. Were you into Calvin's? No. On the ground.
His was the first. I was like cringing and laughing, and I was like, some of them I couldn't even watch. I was like, oh, this is so awkward. Oh.
But Bennett won that one, and he like put like the pliers on his nipples, and I was like, this is not that right crowd. Like, read your audience. Like, these people are not into that. I don't think at all.
What? When Bennett won, I was like, oh, did we not see something? Like,
apparently they are into that because he won. I think he won because he picked Laurel.
So yeah, so all these guys had to kiss their girls, and Carrington started this off by not picking fucking Laurel to be the girl that he kisses at the end of
Which
this
was
little
so
scene. Fucking rude. Like, people are coming for Selly for making an offside comment. Not even that offside, but just like an inappropriate comment in the moment. Like, come for Carrington being a fucking asshole to clearly do something in front of her and be like, oh, it was just a game. It was just
and in front of everyone. Everyone was like, whoa, like the guys were even shocked. And then they're like, yay, like cheering after that. But still, like, I don't know. Like, not one person could think that was very respectful.
He like says it's the same as her, like the conversation, like wanting to get to know Calvin, but they didn't have a game, and then she pulled Calvin and made out with him in front of everyone without talking to him about it. Like, it was not the same.
A hypothetical and then an actual action is very different things.
And he could, if he really wanted to kiss that girl, he could just pulled her aside and they could have had a normal moment instead of slapping everybody in the face. Like, it was probably, I bet you Kirsten felt shocked by it too. Like, she was probably like, really? You went and kissed that girl? You couldn't, if you're going to, like, you know what I mean? Another girl? Like, Carrington literally has a lineup of exes there.
But it's like, he's not even that great. Like, he must look really good in person because I'm just like, he's okay. He's okay.
He's got that boyish line, but well, I mean, I could be his mom, so I'm just like, eh.
Girl.
I know. I was saying that too. I was like, I could literally be his mother.
And you know, like I could be Johnny's mom too, but I would still make out with him.
Well, like
he looks like a man, whereas but like he just looks. He's gonna be very good looking in 10 years, though. Carrington, he's gonna have that. He's gonna grow into that smolder that he has. That smolder. He's gonna be good looking.
No, but legit, my mom was my age when I was Johnny's age.
Yeah.
Like, actually, so
yeah, well.
He in actuality could be my son. Like, and I've said it also many times before that I did a lot of questionable things when I was 21 years old or 22 years old. And so I definitely didn't make the right decisions. You know, being on this TV show with this big platform, like, we're judging him as somebody that's like 40 years old that should know better. You know what I mean? Like, I get it that we wouldn't necessarily do these things, but we've also twice his age for the most part. And like, we've had a lot of life experience to know that there will be consequences to these type of actions. I think that he got in over his head. He's a young, horny guy, and he's trying to do the best that he can to make up for it. And I think also with him showing like these aggressions and like, you know, show me your glasses, like, he's also probably never had to like try to get a girl back in the same way. And so like, he might not even realize that he's coming across in that way. He's still really young. Mm-hmm. He needs to learn a bit.
Yeah.
Brazil's just like not talking about it. So when Bennett kissed Laurel, I definitely liked that moment because I'm just like, fuck you, Carrington. Like, other people want Laurel. Like, she's gorgeous. I think she's probably like one of the prettier girls in the villa. Like, I think her and Kirsten are the prettiest, to be fair. Like, if you just look aesthetically at like their faces, like, I think they have like most symmetrical and like most
and
classically
naturally,
pretty.
like, when they take off their makeup, like they still look good. Like, you know, Justine's doesn't wear too much makeup either. Like, and her skin is so beautiful, right? So like these girls, when they took off the makeup, I'm like, oh my God, no wonder. Like, they just don't look the same. They have bad skin. They just look totally different. Whereas at least when they take their makeup off, they still look really like nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think that that's why I really was happy that he chose Laurel, because I really want her to. Is it the guy's choice this week?
Yeah.
And Bennett's not doing anything. Like, you don't feel bad for Kirsten that he kisses Laurel. You feel awful for Laurel that Carrington does that to her. Like, Kirsten and Bennett aren't really anything. She's barely giving him the time of day. So you don't feel bad for her. You know he's doing that because it's the right thing to do. Whether he said he's doing it to make her jealous, whatever the choice was, I think he did it to just make Laurel feel better. Mm-hmm. Which I wish he would have just said that to Kirsten. Maybe Kirsten would have been so upset. That's what I thought he was going to
say. And then he ends up saying like I wanted to put you in the hot, like what did he say exactly? Put you in the hot seat. Like, I wanted to light a fire under you.
Yeah, light a fire
under her. It's like, fuck you. Like, light a fire under me. Like, who the fuck are you to say that to me? I would have been pissed. If someone said to be like, oh, I kissed you to see if like, if there'd be any jealousy, and be like, well, it just showed me that I'm glad that I don't like you. I would have been turned off by that gesture.
You would think if he got his ass beat by Drake, his ego would be knocked down a bit, but I don't think that's the case.
Vicky says, I don't know what Carrington does, but all the girls that he has been with in the villa still into him. Wow. I know, Vicky, we don't know. We don't get it. Maybe it's the potential that he's going to be a smoldering silver fox when he's 45 and he's going to have a lot of money. Like,
he
I
will
don't
be
know.
a very
Maybe
DILF, I think.
Maybe it wasn't a banana in his hammock. It was actually his schlong and they're just like salivating. Like, I'm not sure.
He must have that big dick energy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
It's a thing.
He says it in his interview, but like I don't feel like big dick vibes from him.
No, because you say it. I feel like you should just feel it. Like, know it's there, but like he just like says it.
Exactly. So this is echoing what I was saying before, you know, like you just got to be feeling this big dick energy, but if you say it, it means it's not true. Just, you know, just putting that out there. So Sierra says they posted the edited out part of J-Love's clip on Instagram. So, okay, I don't know if I follow them on Instagram, actually.
I don't use Instagram very much, so
that's how I see a lot of the things where I'm like, oh, they didn't show that on the show. Is on Instagram. They show more conversations.
All right, you fill me in on the Instagram part.
Divine says, thanks, Brazil. Dead. Rosa, OMG, what are we OMGing? No. No, you don't, Brazil. What happened?
I don't know. What did I do? Whoops.
Did I lose my spot? I lost it. I lost where I am. Oh my God, am I that far back? Oh, that's why. Okay, Jaquan says, Justine has stands, so everyone she would probably choose beside Trey would still be having her win. No, I don't think so, actually. I don't think that she would be winning if she stayed with Trey. I think that it's actually because people really like Caleb and they really like Justine and they really want to see them work. I don't think that they would be standing Trey and Justine as much.
I don't think so either. Mm-mm. But Trey also didn't have like a great track record coming in there, so I think.
Yeah.
No. The
Caleb is genuine, and so is Justine. You can tell that Justine's a really good girl, and you can tell Caleb's a really good man. You don't get that similar vibe from Trey. You're just like, eh. No. And she didn't either. Justine's like, I'm just having a hard time with Trey because he's just constantly proving what all my thoughts about him because he is a player, you know. So
yeah.
The rest of us are seeing what is Brazil is seeing.
No, they're agreeing with you, Brazil. Everybody agrees with you. They don't even say hi to me anymore.
No. Okay, bye.
Anna says, "Okay, bye." Oh my goodness, bye. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
Are these people fighting? I don't even know people are fighting right now. Mary,
I don't know.
Previous Islander, including Trey, are rooting for J-Love, and most believe that Johnny is faking. I'm going to go with those who are there and see everything. Okay. I mean, it's all about our opinion and our perception and what we've lived through in our life to be detecting this and detecting that. Like, you know, I can only see through my own eyes. Jaquan says, LOL, when Connor and Mackenzie went to the hideaway, they weren't a good couple at the time. At the moment, Johnny and Sally were still the strongest couple. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but Mackenzie was like, I'm going. Like, no one had a choice.
Yeah. I guess so.
But Johnny and Sally had already went to the hideaway before Connor and Mackenzie. Jaquan. So you want Johnny and Sally to go twice?
I think he's also talking about just the Mackenzie not liking Johnny part, I think is what is he going to do?
Oh, okay.
And thinking that...
I don't need to see them go again. I want to see Kirsten and Bennett even over Johnny and Sally again.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to Johnny and Sally because they just had this romantic thing. And they're like, "Hey, go consummate your marriage or whatever."
Maybe, and that's where the sex happens. Divide Me says maybe the producers don't give us
100%. That's possible, and I get that. That's why I'm like, hey, that's why I'm like, what I want to see what you guys are seeing because I don't see it. So I'm just being manipulated by the producers. Yeah, maybe.
Agreed. Rila says, yes, literally everyone from the show is not in agreement with this stance. They believe that the chemistry between Justine and Caleb, and they think that Justine is faking it. We understand you love Sally, but...
I also like Johnny.
I also, like, sometimes when I see people kiss and I believe it, I actually feel something physically within me. And so sometimes when they kiss, I do feel a vibe. Like, I feel like a little flutter. And so if I get the little flutter, that in my opinion means that there's some sort of energy that's being passed between them that's palpable with my physical body. It's that something within that moment resonates with me. I talk a lot about energy in like my other life, and energy, like if you play a D string on one guitar and there's another guitar beside it, the D string is going to vibrate at the same time. And so when I feel these feelings, when I see them kiss on screen, it's because that D string within me is vibrating, because they're emanating that as well. And so this is where I'm making my judgments through energy alone, and that's why I'm making these opinions, is because it's palpable. Like I can feel it, and not saying that it doesn't exist, but I'm not getting that same feeling that allows me to say that there's an energetic connection.
Wait, what about that rumor about Carrington having a baby?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't go into that more, but somebody else said that too. I haven't. Okay, in the chat, can you guys find Anna? Will you send to Brazil if you can find Carrington already having a baby on the way?
Like, is that a rumor or is that true? Because if that's true, like, geez Louise.
Probably, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
We need Maury to figure out who the father is.
Maury! Yeah. Oh my God, have them all on Maury, or at least Dr. Phil. Like
plot twist. They all meet at the fire pit, and Maury comes out.
Oh my God, that'd be so funny. Jaquan says Jeremiah, Jalen, and Caitlin have solid reasons for Johnny and Sally. Everyone else seems kind of biased. Johnny didn't choose Lauren. Now she's out digging rumors about Johnny.
Well, and she left the building salty, so she's probably like, you.
You know, my dad says about opinions, they're like assholes. Everyone has them.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the assholes have the most opinion. That's true. Jaquan says, Johnny said he was falling for Sally in episode 27, and he told her, told her, I love you.
Oh, and he didn't finish his sentence?
Oh, no, he said, I love you.
In episode 27. Oh.
He did?
Change what he was going to say.
And
like he didn't finish.
I remember that. Maybe he did say, I remember the moment. Actually, I'd have to go back and look at it again, Jaquan. But I do remember that moment. He did like, I'm really into you, or he did change it to something else. So I don't know.
Maybe he's been wanting to say
it. Lakin in the first look. Oh my God, we're gonna watch it in a second.
No.
I need to just catch up on you guys, so I'm not like an hour behind on these comments. Divide me, I love you, Chantele, but Brazil is my favorite, and Karen's next. Oh my God, brutal. Okay, Mary says, I love hearing opposing opinions. It's fun, but I love a good debate. Yes, Brazil and I talked about being on the debate team. First look is available. Thank you. Jaquan says, Brazil, remember Justine did the same thing to Caleb with Trey.
Out of here, Jaquan.
Call it out. She wasn't
my God.
the bestest of friends with Rachel. It's fine now. I'm over it. But in that moment, I wasn't here for it. Anna says, I don't expect anything from him, really. He seems like a great friend, but not emotionally mature enough to be in a relationship. Carrington?
Who? Carrington? Yeah, maybe.
Think so.
Okay, so I think that what Carrington is doing is pretty low. I mean, I know that Johnny kind of crossed the boundaries and wasn't fully transparent when he came back to the villa. They did have all these weird temptations that, like, in the real world, I don't know if he would have acted on. I'm not sure. But like, Carrington is like playing with these girls' emotions.
And it's mean and it's disrespectful. Like, it's mean and disrespectful, and it's right in front of their face. Like, and the thing I will say about Carrington, though, he's honest. Like, he just says whatever, and he's just like, deal with it, lady. Like, he's not really, like, he is pretty honest.
Well, because he's not trying to stay with any of them. He just wants to go get his dick wet, like, whatever. But like,
definitely, like, he is not into getting into a relationship at all. Like,
and
that's
so
like a joke.
That's kind of why I'm kind of frustrated with this opinion, is that, like, so Johnny, because he wants to work on this relationship, whether it's for whatever reasons or not, they're all in a show. They're all in a game show for money. Yeah. So it could, no matter what, it's at the back of everyone's mind to a certain extent that if they stay in this particular relationship, they're going to have a potential of being at the end and maybe winning this money. They're all on this game show. So absolving people from knowing that being the final goal, I think that's a little bit like ridiculous. You know what I mean? Because they all came there knowing that their potential relationship can help them win some money.
Yeah.
And so with the fact that, like, Carrington is not being called out more for the fact that he's done this to like at least Laurel twice and Kirsten once.
And the frustrating thing I think too is like Laurel, I mean, I know she didn't really have the opportunity to meet any new guys other than it would have been Benny and Bennett. But in Casa Amor, she could have gotten to know Connor. Like, she's been with Carrington for 2 weeks. And then, like, and we know that there's no more boys coming in. Like, there's no way there are. So at this point, it's like she kind of put all her eggs into this basket.
Mm-hmm.
And
like he brought her there and he went after her when he was there, and then this is what he does, and like in a disrespectful way. Like, it's fine if he doesn't feel it for her because he's like someone else. If that's what you got to do, again, go for it, but you got to be a little more tacky. You have to be not so tacky about it. Like, why you got to be tacky?
And then I just don't understand why more people aren't coming for him.
Ugh.
Like, people should be coming for him equally.
Yeah, no, they should. And he can't say it's the same situation at all. He's like, it's the same thing.
Because you know what?
Calvin.
I think that if he was full on with Kirsten, he would have cheated on. He would have did what Johnny did.
Mm-hmm.
If he and Kirsten hadn't broken up, he would have had been with another girl and then came back and been like, "Yep, I was with another girl. Sorry," but not have made an effort like Johnny has to get her back. He would have just been like, "Sorry, like I'm just not." Whether you know what I mean, whether he felt bad or not, I don't think it would have been the same.
Yeah,
he just doesn't really care.
No.
All I know when like after that challenge, when he kissed her, I was just like, dump him. Like, I don't want her to give him any more of her power here at all. But it's all looming at the end that they could possibly win this money. I wouldn't be surprised if she takes him back and decides to deal with it for another week.
Yeah, and her reaction to them, like after when they were having their little argument, like I feel like normally I'd be irritated that she wasn't listening to him, but what he was saying was so far off base. And she was just like so pissed off and frustrated that like she's like, okay, like stop reiterating it. Like
he's basically being like, I like her, man. Like I feel a connection with her, and like you have to deal with it, and you can't have any emotions about it. Like
she did look like she was going to have a temper tantrum, like a 2-year-old. You know, when they start like freaking out, I was like, is she gonna have a tantrum? Like,
I mean,
she looked a little bit like she could have just been like, okay, you know what, leave if this is how you're gonna talk to me. But she was like, like she looked like she was literally.
Even how what he was saying to her, he's like, you gave me the okay to do this, and then now that the situation's happening, you're going back on it. Like, we have a connection, we connected on so many things I wasn't expecting, okay? And it's like that's gonna make her feel better. Sorry,
their agreement was for him to get to know Lakin, not to blindside her, make out with her in front of everyone, and then use that as an excuse. Like, fuck off, Carrington.
And she made a point. You said you were going to sleep on it. You did, and you didn't tell me what you felt in the morning. Instead, you showed me by being a dickhead. Like, you could have just said, hey, you know what? I slept on it, and I woke up this morning, and I really feel strongly that I don't think I can get this girl out of my head. I'm going to pursue it.
He told the boys that. Why couldn't he tell her that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and then he's like, why are you getting mad?
Duh.
Like, and then he had he had this face on him of like this asshole version of his face. Like that I know is why she was being like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, leave me alone. Like, rolling her eyes and stuff like that, because he was acting like a fucking asshole. And you could see that look on his face. And then when he went to Calvin to complain, I was like, and he's like, I hate it when like she won't let me talk and she's just rolling her eyes and scoffing. Like, I hate that when people do that.
Oh, you hate? Fuck off, Carrington.
When people are responding for the fact that you were a fucking asshole and they wouldn't let you talk. Like, she doesn't want to hear you say that you're interested in fucking somebody else, and that's why she should let you go and like entertain this relationship, is because you have a connection with her. She doesn't want to hear that. Deal.
Lame. Yeah. And
like,
I did cut a lot of that conversation out too. There was a lot that she said that was said, and there was a lot that he said that was said that was they just showed like clip, and I was like, oh, that's annoying. They should have showed a full-on conversation.
They showed that?
No, just when they were repeating what she was saying. Like she was like, yeah, he said this and this, and then I was like, oh, but they didn't show that he said that. And he was like, oh, she did this and this. I'm like, but they didn't. They showed like little clips of it, but they didn't really. They must have talked for like probably 20 minutes, but it looked like they talked for 3.
Yeah.
But I have to go to work, guys. So, I have to.
Of course.
I was like, I can't. I'm like, how can I still be on here? But you can't see me because I got to change. But I just got to go. So.
Okay, leave and then come back. You can message us. We'll probably be on for like 15 more while you're in the car.
yeah. Like I have to be there at 5. I usually leave around this exact time, so I gotta go.
We usually try to get on at 2, so we're done by 4 usually, but we've been starting a little bit late.
Okay. All right. Well,
okay, thanks for hanging out.
I'll be chat. If there's anything I hear, I'll chat. I'll message you guys while I'm driving.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's so funny. There was also a line though. I'm trying to find where I wrote it down, but that Johnny said, and he was mocking Carrington.
Really?
Do you know where I'm talking about? He was mocking her.
He said he was wearing his orange Speedo still, and he's lining himself up, and he said, oh God, what did he say? It was good. Oh, he said, you got to own it, bro. You got to own your actions or something like that.
Let him have it, because like Carrington wasn't being that kind with Johnny. I mean, for good reason, but it's kind of like have some of your own medicine here. Oh, sorry, Anna's not happy with Jaquan either. Jake, come on now, Trey, really? Jaquan says same situation, kind of. I mean, it was a similar situation. I wasn't happy with it. Okay, the new look is out, Vicky. We're gonna do it right now. I'm just gonna try to get to the end of these comments. Jaquan says, Vic, yeah, it's out, and they're still reviewing the show and reading comments. The new look is out. Yes, it is. Anna says, Mackenzie only had bad things to say about Johnny and Jalen. Obviously, everyone else she liked. I mean, yeah, it's pretty standard. Sierra says, did y'all see the video of somebody recording the Islanders coming back from the challenge, and you see J-Lo kissing and acting playful? It was like one little kiss, but I liked it. It was cute. I liked it.
Chantele did send it to me, so.
Jaquan says, I think I would believe if Caleb or Justine said Johnny was playing a game, then I would believe he was at this moment. He was at this moment as a viewer. They have the realest connection. I'm with you. It sucks that he did something shitty and stupid, and he showed some sides of himself that I don't like or agree with. But I do feel the energy between them. I do feel the connection. Besides Justine and Caleb, yeah, I would like to see more of connections in general. That's what I like. I like the palpable connections. I want my heart to zing and sing. It's even like when I watched movies, like I'm like, I don't feel the connection. No, I don't. Nah, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's my barometer. It's like having the feeling. Okay, are we doing the first look?
I'm trying.
Hold on, and then I could also do this.
Oh, duh, I have this on. I had like the no turn. I was like, why is it not turning? Also, why is it frozen on Fusebox?
Okay, hold it for a second, and then I'm going to go to the site for a sec.
Oh, God, the jeans are bad.
Okay, let's just take a look at Deb. It's so you're on the money. I can't remember who sent it, but okay, so this is definitely where.
Wait for it.
Lakin, these ones. More?
Yeah,
these ones. So I don't want to see the size thing. Okay, I won't have her on it. Hideous. Oh my God, these jeans are hideous. How do you even know that these things exist? I've never heard of this company in my life.
Me either.
Like they haven't even like DM'd me to start modeling their clothes as an influencer.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, hold on.
My water. Don't fall on the couch, please. Okay. Gotta get my.
Oh, here, I skipped them. Okay, I'll go back, Anna.
Today you will become undercover lovers. Each of you must complete a secret mission. You will be killed. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, sisters.
Whoa! What did I do? Can somebody blow this back up for me, Johnny? Will you blow it up? I feel like you'd be good at it.
I want more grapes.
Right in front of you.
What, really? Can you get them for me?
They're right here, Mora.
Oh my god, guys are they're so easy. They're just these simple-minded creatures. 5, 6, 7, 8, go! I got a tie! Islanders, tonight there will be a recoupling. The boys will have the power, and the girls not picked risk being dumped from the villa. Hashtag one last time. Hashtag get your graft on.
One last time. Hashtag one last time. My predicament of how many it is, I kept hearing that I have that you are better for me. It's just hard to
That's like different than like what I expected.
no talking and not even looking at each other. I have no idea where like we stand.
I still feel the same way that I did, when we were good. You have stuff to figure out. So
Right now I am like confused.
Ariel!
She's here.
Wow.
Oh, I love her dress.
Hi guys. As you know, tonight there will be a recoupling. This time, it's the boys' choice of who they would like to couple up with.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Laurel just dumped I don't know. I just don't like him having all that power. Okay, I'm looking, Anna, for your comments about Carrington Juice. I don't skip them on purpose. I'm just not wearing glasses, and then I'm always like, did I miss something? So I can't tell.
Douche? Wait, I don't find it.
Pardon me?
I said she called him a douche. I love it.
I'm gonna look quickly. I'll keep looking. What else happened? Anything else happened in this episode?
I don't think so.
6:40? Fuck. Before 14:40? 16:40. Oh my god, I can't talk. Yeah, Rolling Rising, scoffing, Kirsten and Bennett, that whole scene. I thought that he should have maybe said it differently, obviously, but I also didn't like how she came back at it, being like, I was relieved. Actually, I thought that was kind of rude. But whatever. They're both not into each other anymore. I think that he might have been able to move forward with Kirsten, but she's just still hung up on Carrington, that like she wasn't going to allow anybody to get into the next level with her.
Right.
S'mores, cute. I was happy, and he's happy that he chose Justine. All that is cute. Like, I liked them expressing themselves. Like, I do like seeing that part of their relationship grow for sure. Carrington and Lake can go and talk, and we see those ugly pants. He was saying that there's no spark with Laurel, but there's a spark with Lake. It's like, oh, I'm feeling you, and I'm severely attracted to you. Ugh.
Severely? I don't think that's the right.
No, but that's like gross. Severely attracted to you. So Laurel was crying, and then this is the first time that I see Sally and Justine comforting Laurel, and so like they go and like Sally comes around, and he's just trying to like, oh my god, let me hug you. Like, I really just don't think that she was trying to be mean like Sally. I think that she just blurted something out that didn't go over well with the audience.
Just read the room, girl. Read the room better next time.
Yeah, for sure. She's also young. She's 24.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she didn't realize Laurel was that upset, and maybe Laurel was like talking shit, and so she was kind of trying to like talk over her. I don't know. Whatever the case was, it just came off
But
wrong,
it was sad though when Laurel was crying and they're comforting her, and she's like, I wish that he never brought me back from Casa more.
Honestly, you know what? You know who would be Bachelorette if they had to choose one? It would be her. She's like, I'm always the girl. I'm always the girl that they love picking Southern girls. I don't know why. Nothing wrong with Southern girls, but
they just seem wholesome.
Huh?
I think in general their accent makes them come across as wholesome.
Yeah, like small town girl. Like, I don't know. She said that she's always like the almost girl. But they always
she's so pretty though.
I know, and I feel like she does. I don't see her like being ever malicious, really. I think America loves her, so Harrington is an idiot because I don't think Lakin has that same.
No, but you know what though? Like after the show, I think that Laurel will get like some fame or like guys hitting her up. Like I think she's really gorgeous. I think she's really sweet. I think that she deserves someone better than Carrington because I just think that he's too young and he doesn't know what's what. He doesn't know. He doesn't want a relationship. He's too young.
No.
But I think that she's going to find someone like pretty awesome, especially if she's in that community. So like if they, we're out of quarantine and they start doing Love Island events with people from the UK, like she'll get snatched up in a second.
Can you imagine if she got like started grafting with a hottie from the UK and then moved to the UK because she was traveling anyway?
They love that accent.
Oh man, I do too.
You like Southern accents?
Oh no,
I think saying the Brits like Southern accents. I think.
Oh, they think My friend, my best friend in Australia, she said that like all the guys think just like her American accent is so hot, and she's not from the South or anything, but she's like, what the fuck, like, say this, and she's like, okay.
I know. Even when I was in England, they would think that like, oh my god, I love your Canadian accent. I was like, really?
Yeah, Canadian accent's cuter than American.
Some places. I mean, American accents sound very American. It's just it's pretty funny. I'm like, you sound so American. Sometimes, not you, but like just in general. Yeah. You hear people talk and then it's like Americana. I don't see these comments, Anna. I'm scrolling. Oh,
maybe
I don't see it.
I didn't see one like just by like briefly scrolling. Maybe she said it a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see it today.
Or maybe does StreamYard like edit out any?
Oh, do you know what? It could maybe StreamYard's editing it out because honestly, Anna, I tried my best to go through every single comment. So if I did skip it, it was obviously an accident. But maybe it didn't show up by say douche. Like I don't know. Maybe
she said douche in her comment though. So I just
exactly. Maybe she said something else. Maybe she said asshole. Like I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sorry. You can repost it again if you want. It's Caleb's teeth for me. Oh, what does his teeth look like?
He has nice teeth.
Really? Oh, that's why you're into Calvin? Or I thought you were like she was just joking. McCaryn says, a friend is watching last night's episode right now, and she's bawling over Sally and Johnny. Boom, like I did. So we do have some love for that guy. Yes. Sucks.
Sucks.
Hey y'all, how y'all answer the questions on the app? Okay, we'll go through that and then we'll wrap it up. I answered Johnny as everything negative, Jaquan. Or are you asking like them technically on the app? No, I think he's asking how we answered. I didn't answer. Can you go through them? I can't remember what I picked. But we'll do them pretty fast.
Okay. Which girl do you want to kiss the most?
I think I said Laurel.
I said Justine. Which boy would you want to be your best friend?
Caleb.
Mm-hmm. Which boy has the best personality?
Caleb.
Mm-hmm. Which boy has the biggest heart?
Caleb.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad we're on the same page, Chantele. So you guys don't come for her. Which boy is the biggest gossip?
Johnny.
I put Carrington just because of the recent events, but yeah, I think both of them. Which boy is the most two-faced?
John, Jaquan said, my sister is still caught up on the show. All caught up on the show. Yay! What is she thinking, Jaquan? Does she agree with you and me, or with Brazil and everybody else in the chat?
While she's going to bed at night, he's probably whispering in her ear.
Like,
I love John. I love
anyone
John.
from the chat. Anyone from the chat, and okay, yeah.
But the boy that's most two-faced, I put Johnny.
Two-faced, I put Carrington.
Which boy is the coolest?
But I had seen this episode, so like I was influenced by what he played Carrington in this episode.
That's why when I voted for Carrington the few questions before, that's the same. Which boy is the coolest?
Caleb.
Yeah. Which boy is the most loyal?
Caleb.
Yeah. Which boy is the most likable?
Caleb.
Which boy is the hottest?
I put Johnny, I think. I think Johnny's hotter than Caleb, aesthetically.
It's that height for me.
I could picture myself with Johnny more than Caleb looks-wise, but Caleb, it's a close second. It's like 99 and 98. Like, they're very, very close. But I think Johnny is a little bit more sex appeal.
I don't know, man. Caleb's fine. But I see it. I think Johnny's also super hot. Which boy's the most entertaining?
Entertaining.
I did put Carrington for this one, even though I can't stand him.
I don't remember what I put. Hold on, let me find it. What number is that one? Does it say the numbers or no?
No.
Hottest, most entertaining. I put Johnny. Don't
Johnny?
come for me.
Who would make the best boyfriend? Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb.
Which girl would you want to be your best friend? I put Justine.
Sally.
Which boy is the fakest? I put Johnny.
I put Calvin.
Oh God, Calvin's so bad.
He's so fake.
Which boy is the most honest? I put Caleb.
Me too.
Which boy is most likely to cheat? I put Johnny.
Yeah.
Which boy do you want to kiss the most? I put Caleb.
Johnny.
Which girl has the biggest heart? I put Sally.
I put Sally.
Which girl is the biggest gossip? I put Moira.
I put Kirsten.
I just put Moira because I think people are always like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
Yeah.
Which girl's the most two-faced? I put Moira.
Probably. Hold on. I mean, probably.
Just because she's, like you said.
Like I put Moira. Yeah, remember? Yeah, I showed it to you.
Mm-hmm. Which girl is the coolest? I put Justine.
Hold on. Karen says Caleb. Carrington is the gossip. LOL. It's true. Karen's pretty much agreeing with us. Like, we do have, like, we were not, like, skewed in our opinions of these people's personalities, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Continue. What is it? So what does Jaquan says? She was mad at Johnny, but still likes Johnny and Sally, but I think that she has Justine and Caleb winning. Okay.
I like your sister.
Sierra says, I can't get over Johnny's no neck. Oh my goodness, she's coming for Johnny. Next you're going to say about him sweating in his suit. Divine Me, thanks for being so honest about the poll. Chantele, still love debating with you, 100%. You'd love debating with me third because I don't agree with you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mind at all. I love you guys all. I appreciate your opinion. I'm happy that you stand up for what you believe in. I just can't wait till after this season just to be proven right. But, you know,
Jesus Christ.
I'll take my wins when they come. I don't need to win now.
Okay. Which girl is the coolest? I put Justine.
Coolest. Hold on. What did I put for coolest? I might have put Sally because I think Sally might be like cooler.
Which girl's the most?
Oh no,
loyal?
I put Justine.
Which girl's the most loyal?
I don't know what I put. Sally. I put Sally.
I put Justine. Which girl's the most likable?
Sally. Sally for me.
It's Justine for me. Which girl's the hottest? I put Justine.
I put Kirsten.
Kirsten? Yeah, Kirsten's very beautiful. Which girl's the most entertaining? I put Sally.
Sally.
Mm-hmm. Who would make the best girlfriend? I put Justine.
I said Sally.
Either one. I would like if Justine wasn't on the show, I'd obviously put Sally, but it's just I'm trying to spread the love. Which girl's the
The reason why I choose Selly is that like she's fun and she comes up with new ideas and things for people to do, and she's creative and so I find that like I would go and like cause some trouble with Selly. You know what I mean? Like she could be the ringleader instead of me being the ringleader. You know what I mean? Like I'm always the one that like, okay, let's do this, guys. But like she would be like that, and so we'd like get into cahoots together. I think that would have more fun together than me like leading Justine, who would probably be fun to do things with, but I would be the one that's been started out.
Yeah, for sure, I could see that. Which girl's the fakest? I put Moira.
Oh, probably. Where is that? Fakest? Probably. Yeah, Moira.
Which girl's the most honest?
I put Selly.
Put Justine.
Justine's pretty honest though.
Yeah. Which girl's most likely to cheat? I put Lakin.
I put Moira.
Moira
Lakin. I don't even notice that Lakin's on this poll. I just looked at her right now. And Julia, I didn't even look at either of them.
Okay, this one I fucked up, but this one, which girl's best personality? I accidentally picked Kirsten, and it wouldn't let me change it after. But like I was like trying to scroll down and accidentally clicked Kirsten.
I didn't pick anybody. Oh, I think it closed or whatever, but it said it was closing at 1 a.m. Eastern, but it closed at 12:30. I was annoyed.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, so like I was doing it. I just was doing it. I was like, oh, it's like I have until 1, and so I just like going through it, and then at 12:30 it just like closed, and I'm like, but it says it's till 1.
Rude.
So I didn't get to pick best personality, but at least I got to the end.
Yeah, I accidentally put Kirsten. Fuck.
But you're the only person that picked that. So when did it mention when they're going to use that like what they're using that poll for?
I'm assuming another game. Like once I think after this final recoupling, I think there'll be like a final game.
Mm-hmm. Jaquan says, Sally throws the flowers. No one caught them in. Oh my God, I forgot about that. She threw it like a bouquet, and like they just like then just Justine and Moira run over to hug her. Like they just like stepped over these plastic flowers. It was cute when she threw it. I wanted Justine to catch it. Like I wanted that to be what happened. I did.
I know. I don't think anyone knew that she was throwing it because she just like was like. Ah!
I know, but like they could see her though. She was in front of them.
Yeah, true. I was like, oh, no one was ready for that.
I thought that no one would catch. I thought like Justine would like have dived for it or something. You know what I mean?
That would have been epic.
I thought someone was going to catch it, and then I was like, oh, they just fell on the floor. No one caught them in the real world. It would mean that they were getting ready next, so they're not ready for a relationship. Jaquan, everybody's gotten so nice. They've settled down in the chat, and you want to get them riled up all over again.
Pot stirs.
Yeah. They closed the polls and put them back and re-put them back up. It was so annoying. Oh, okay. So they realized that they closed the polls too early. But I didn't notice that they put it back up. It was only one question, whatever. But like, I remember being annoyed at the time. Like it says, I'm reading it say 1 a.m. and it's closed. I'm like, that's stupid.
Wow. Well, voter suppression in the States has never been a thing before.
Well, I should have more information about it actually. I was asked as one of the Rob as a podcasters to speak on an event. We're going to be doing a podcast about women in reality TV games and also potentially any racial issues that go on with women in reality television and reality games. And so let me just get what this is. Brazil, if people were looking for you online and what you're doing, you tell us what you're up to, please.
You can find me at BabyZill on Instagram. I don't use it much, but I will accept and follow back. And then at Twitter, at Brazil Del Brocco.
And what you have coming down the pipe?
Oh, my friend Nicole and I are playing for Team NorCal in a sequester mini on October 7th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. So yeah, you guys should come watch us play for the first time and hopefully not totally bomb it.
So I will. Okay, so me with a few other people from Rob as a Podcast. We're going to be talking. So this is, I'll just read the message. So, hey, Rob as a Podcast and reality TV fans, the election is coming up and it's kind of a big deal. I'm partnering with Supermajority, so at Supermajority, for a discussion on gender and reality TV. After, we'll be having a text banking session to get out the vote. Go vote. So I will give you more details. It's going to be on October 5th. I believe it's October 5th that we're going to be doing this. Yeah, Saturday, October 3rd, at 5 p.m. We're going to be doing like a Zoom call where a few of us women are going to be talking about these issues and then encouraging women to vote. So they got hashtag Superwoman, hashtag Superhero, hashtag Superstar, hashtag Supervoter, hashtag Supervolunteer, hashtag Supermajority. And so if you go to @Supermajority, you can sign up to be part of the text banking event. And I will share with you guys I'll put it in the info box, anything about this event. So if you're interested in learning more or listening in, that is something I'll be speaking at on October 3rd. So I guess next Saturday already. What?
Oh
No
my
way.
God.
No, one more week, right?
Okay, I hope. I haven't even made my intro
No,
video.
it's next Saturday.
Oh my God, kill me.
Is it, or is it the week after? Well, the third, whenever the third is.
So close to my
So
sequester
close.
mini.
Karen, wait, I know. I was like, why didn't they fight for the bouquet? You'd think Moira would have been all over that. You're right? Yes, Karen. I wanted someone to catch it for sure. I thought that Justine was just going to just cool girl, just catch it in her hand, But and then Moira would try to dive for it, but Justine would just catch it. But
that would have been epic.
And I feel like I saw Johnny was kind of sad that it just fell on the ground. I do feel like I saw a little bit of
I would have redone it. Let's try this again.
I mean, you think that they would. They do that stuff on reality TV. Let me try that line again, and then they just cut it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. So yes, if you guys can hang out with me next, on October 3rd, talk about voting, etc., probably because Johnny's sweat was all over it. Stop, Sierra, killing me. Guys, he's still hot. I'm a sweaty person, so I can't behoove him for being sweaty. I've had to deal with me being a sweaty human being my whole life. I'll tell you a sad story. So many of you know I went to an art school, and one of the classes that we had to take was national dances. So you'd learn different dances from around the world. And you'd have a national dance skirt. So it's like a little circle skirt that the girls had to wear. And so we would have exams for the different dances. We'd have to write out the formations and this and that. We'd have to do, and then we'd have to perform in small groups these dances that we'd been learning for the entire school year. And so because I have hyperhidrosis in my hands, especially my hands, if I'm hot, I can make them sweat. The circulation in my body, it just doesn't regulate it effectively. It'll be dry and then it will overproduce liquid in my hands. And so the boys, even on exam day, didn't want to hold my hands. And so I would be crying, and then I'd have my hands in my skirt so the boys could hold my hands for the exam. So yes, he's sweaty, but it was really traumatic for me. So let's let him have it. Anyways, I'm crying.
Wow.
It was really sad.
I have hyperhidrosis too.
Yeah, it was really bad. I went to many doctors about it, and they wanted to cut out all my glands and all that stuff. And I just didn't think that seemed like it was a better solution. I just was I'll just deal with it. So if I'm meeting someone new, I always have a cloth in my pocket just to wipe my hands off before I have to shake someone's hand or whatnot. And
good thing with the Rona, no one's shaking hands anymore.
Right? I was yes, elbow. Oh my God, Divine! The bouquet is as fake as Johnny. Divine me, LOL, says Anna. Oh, I know, it's really sad, but it's true. It was really, that's something that I don't do very often, is hold hands with people, because I'm always scared that I'll be sweaty and they'll think I'm gross. Jaquan says, no comment. I respect all y'all's opinion. Peace and blessings. Be great. Thanks, Jaquan. We love you too. We love you. At least someone's siding with me here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care that you guys don't side with me. But hold my hand.
I'd hold your hand.
I don't know if I'd let you though. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's been something for so long that I'm like, nah, I don't want someone to, because nobody likes the feeling of sweaty hands. It's just gross.
It's fair.
So I'm always like,
This
you
is
know,
why I
if
hate,
like
this
a
is why I
boyfriend
hate summer.
wants to hold my hand, I'm always like, ugh.
This is why I hate summer. I love winter because then I'm just cold.
I'm like, Brazil, we did it again. 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. You heard what I was talking about with them at Super Majority. You can also find me at Reality Realness with 3 S's on Instagram and Twitter without the second E, at ShanFranFran on Instagram, or at Shan____Fran on Twitter. Well, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Reality Realness. We're really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by October. Also, like, we want to, have these different causes that we can promote and share with people. So the more people that are watching, the more people that can hear some of these amazing messages that we are being invited to speak about. And so, we do, even though I'm from Canada, I do have family that lives in the States, and I know how important voting is to them. And so that's why I felt compelled to support this, this effort and this mission, because I know that they're going to be affected by what happens, and I encourage them to vote. So I might as well encourage everybody to vote as if they were my brothers and sisters and fathers. So vote, join me on Supermajority. I'll give you the more details. I'll put it in the info box below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hang out with us again tomorrow. We'll try to be less than 2.5 hours, but I don't think it's going to happen. We love talking with you guys.
Yep.
Divine, thanks. I really enjoyed every moment. Feel sorry for your sweaty hand, Chantele. I love you. I know. It actually is really heartbreaking. I know. Wishing you great things for you guys. Thank you, Anna. We love you too. We love everybody in the chat. Jaquan, Sierra, Karen, obviously. Divine, me.
Glyphum, Vera.
Vera. Vicky, if I didn't say Vicky already.
Mary.
Mary.
Realist.
Realist. What's Reg? Reg?
Big Reg.
Big Reg. Rosa. Deja.
Is
that everybody we chatted with today?
There's a lot today.
I think so. I'm trying to get better of like having conversations, but then getting back to the chat. RC. But sometimes it doesn't go in order. So like I try to be like, okay, I'll get back to that one when we get to that part. You know what I mean? Like, so we don't bounce around too much, but I might just have to say F it and just like follow the chat and then go back after and go through what's been missed.
Yeah. Sierra.
And Sarah. Yes, Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's everybody. Well, thanks, guys. Again, we love you. We love all your opinions. We love your loyalty. Please share us with your friends so we can hit that goal and have even bigger conversations. So we love you guys. Peace.
Adios.
Happy fall. Happy Libra weather.